Tonight the creeps are taking over.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
All right, Corrosive Radio is on tonight, and we got a full house. In studio is Brett Eidman, one of our paid comedians that we'll be criticizing. And
I can't hear anything, but
you can't hear anything. Hold on, let me.
Consider yourself lucky.
Let me.
Wasted no time on the criticizing.
Yeah.
Let me. Can you hear now?
Budget show is
critic here.
Can you hear now?
A little bit. Yeah. Now we got.
Now you got it. Okay.
Now we're cooking.
Can everybody hear?
50-year-old.
Yeah, I can hear.
You can hear. Dan, you can hear.
Severance.
Sadly, yes.
Oh, okay.
Severance.
Sadly.
Sibilance.
Sibilance,
1,
whatever,
2,
severance.
3. Sibilance.
All right, so we got Brett Eidman and we got Nicholas Lama in tonight.
Lamana, but yeah.
Lama.
What's
The Dalai Lama.
Sorry, Nick, I've almost had 12 beers already.
Lamana.
Lamana. Jake LaMotta.
No, Lamana with
Lamana,
ends.
couple of ends. in
Couple of
there.
ends
Yeah.
instead of two T's, exactly.
I could be the Raging Bull of comedy. don't
Raging
you?
you
Bull
go.
of comedy.
I like
That's
that.
it,
There you
right
go.
there.
Lamana,
There you
yeah.
go.
I have my
Raging
second
Bull.
album name, right?
Do you remember the name of what we've decided that your album must be?
Robbed on Rosh Hashanah.
There
if
you
I
go.
remember. Yeah, so now I got
Exactly.
my second one.
Yeah.
And we got Dan.
What's up? What
and,
up?
of course, I'm your host, Brendan.
Yeah.
So tonight we're going to have, hopefully, callers for an open mic.
We will. We will.
We will.
All right.
We
If
will.
not, I'll do 5 minutes.
You'll do 5 minutes?
You'll do 5
Yeah.
minutes? All right.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to sit through that.
5 minutes of dick jokes.
Get it out now before you go to the. Where are you going to be? It's the not Poconos. What is it? Allen?
Oh, honors. Give me a minute. Where the hell is this fucking place?
I love how he badmouths every place he goes to. Too. He's like, this fucking club. I can't stand the place with their dick
'cause-
owners.
Yeah, I go in there once and that's it. All right, I'll figure it out. It's up in Ellenville.
All right.
Showtime is at 10 o'clock. There's supposed to be like about 400 Polish people
Nice.
there if they
Nice.
figure out how
Well,
to
they
get
won't
there.
get any of the jokes.
I thought you
But-
said poker people, but Polish.
Well, polka.
Did I
think
say?
he said.
What did I say? Polka?
You said polka, yeah.
Oh,
I thought you
No,
said
I heard
card
Polish.
players.
I heard
meant a bunch
Polish.
of
What's
card
to say?
players.
Polish
Polish
people.
folk,
Yeah, the
yeah.
Polish
Sure.
folks.
Okay.
And I'll get the name. I said honors something.
Yeah.
Bobby knows.
What is the
Bobby
difference
Massey will
with
close it.
Polish sausage and German bratwurst? They seem to have similar looks to it.
I know neither.
One
of those
hates
dishes.
Jews.
One, yeah. Well, one, both.
Yeah,
Let's be
yeah.
honest. Exactly. You know, one's just too stupid to remember that they hate Jews.
No, that's the only stereotype I've never found any truth for.
But I can disagree with that statement because
Okay.
I was in a class with a girl who once told me she said, "How often should I change the oil on my car?" And I said, "Well, I think they recommend about every 3,000 to 5,000 miles." She goes, "Oh, but I never drive that far." And that wasn't a Polish joke. That
She
was
meant it-
legitimate.
she meant it at
really
time.
meant it. Yes, that was the thing. Yes, she really did. And she once handed me the phone and said, "Who's this?" And I said, "I'm sorry, this is your phone. Why are you giving it to me?" And she goes, "No, I don't know. I just thought you might know the number." I mean, she was really, really out there. This is not like some sort of Polish stereotype. But, no, for the most part, everyone, we love the Polish people. They are absolutely intelligent, speak many languages, and there's no problems there.
All right, well,
I'm at a place called Honors something, and
Oh
it's
my
up
God,
in
you're still on
Ellenville.
that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure
I
it
wanna
out.
know. Honors?
Honors, and it's for Franz Polka weekend or something, and it's this Friday at 10 o'clock.
For you aspiring comedians out there, one of the first things I would suggest
Get
is
the
perhaps,
location.
get the location of where you're going to perform. So you can
Holy shit! I don't know. We know when Bobby Massey calls in, he'll know the exact name of the place, and then Saturday I'll be at the UCB in Chelsea.
Nice.
At 4:15.
all right, well, I'll be there.
AM or PM? No, I really don't know.
Afternoon.
Oh, okay.
I'll be there to show support.
Will you really?
Cool.
I will, yeah.
I don't believe that.
I'm going there. What are you talking about?
All right. Okay.
I'm the producer of the show. I have to
have-
show everybody that I care,
Well, now
even
that
if I
Larry
don't.
Sandberg's gone, I guess you are our de facto producer. That's the unfortunate thing. But let me ask you guys this, because I'm just curious. What is the difference between, what is the appropriate term? I think we were discussing this at one point, but got cut off. The comedian versus comic. Which one is pejorative? Like, which one should I call someone? That's
Honors. It's called Honors Haven Resort. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Somebody just text me. My man, my friend Shannon.
Welcome to the
me.
Honors Haven Resort Show.
Okay, we got our first caller.
Honors
Let's
Haven
see.
Resort.
Are you going to give him an
my
intro?
friend Shan.
Does this guy get an intro?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, sir? Where you calling from?
I'm in Matamoros, PA.
Okay.
Oh, I know what that is.
All right. So go ahead. Give us your set.
Near Port Jervis.
You got 5 minutes. Go ahead. We'll be silent. And not
Well, first, don't we have to know who he is?
You got to introduce him, right?
Yeah, let's get an idea about
this
it.
guy's.
If
You
he's
know
got
him
a
from
stage
clubs and
name.
colleges all across the country. You've seen him on Late Night with David Letterman, and you've seen him on Conan O'Brien and Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel.
This next performer is a very funny
he's
man.
a personal friend of mine. I just want to wish him the best.
Who?
Brett.
Oh, you're a personal friend of mine.
Yeah.
Oh, who is this? Who is it?
Carl Richards.
Oh wow! Hey, Carl Richards. Carl Richards.
Who the hell's he? All right.
Country, I haven't talked to this guy in like ages.
We've heard tons about you.
Country and Western star up in the Port Jervis Metamorphosis area.
Yeah, Morphus. Yeah, that's it.
Morphin. So it's the legendary Carl Richards. He has his own TV show up at was it TV 23?
Access 23.
Access 23.
And we're in Manhattan also, but I didn't call for that. I just want to wish you the best. You're one of the funniest friggin' guys I know.
Thank you very much. Oh, you
very
meant Brett.
cool.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me. But
I don't know what you're seeing, sir.
let me ask you. Let me just ask you though. Access 23, not, and I just mean this in a literal sense. That is something you have to pay for, right?
No.
No. You can actually you don't get paid for that show, do you though, or?
No, but my show now goes out to the whole Hudson Valley and Manhattan on 3 channels.
Wow. What kind of stuff do you do on the show?
It's local talent, giving them a spot,
Oh, kind of like what we're looking to do here on the radio.
It's a variety show, like people with plates,
Yeah,
spinning plates.
It's a mix. I mean,
I've been on his show.
Have you really?
I also got an internet radio show, but that's just besides the point.
Well, as long as you don't run against us, we'll feel free to promote it.
You're on.
No, it's the same kind of thing. I just promote local talent.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Now, let me ask you: have you ever what is the most talented act you've ever had on your show?
Pete Seeger.
Pete Seeger?
there you
Really?
go.
Wow.
Be tough
That
to
actually.
Larry Chance and the Earls.
Okay. Well, Pete Seeger's still better, but yeah, that's. Wait, why is Pete Seeger going on your show? I mean, he doesn't need to be discovered. This is just somebody who's just doing a spot, right?
Well, a friend of mine
Yeah.
invited him, and I said, sure, why not?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to turn down Pete Seeger. That's pretty
Legendary.
impressive. Yeah, no, that's a big deal. But it wasn't like. So let me ask you: who's the most talented person that, not Pete Seeger, that you've had on? Someone
Besides
like,
me?
Yeah, besides
Brett
Brett.
Heidemann.
Is it just comedy? Do you guys and singers, or do you guys have like Nick
We
said?
do
you have
every
plate
damn
swim?
thing. We've had snake people on there with snakes and hot dog guys cooking hot dogs. Yeah, it's a variety show.
So have you ever had like perhaps maybe like well-known comedians like maybe even Pete DiLorenzo on your show?
I've had him on.
Yeah? How'd he do?
He's still doing a movie for 20 years, yeah.
Really? What's that movie? That's the one with Joe Franklin, right?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Listen,
You got
Joe
a
Franklin.
dime, you can invest.
Yeah. I've barely got that. But have you, so when he comes on the show, how is it dealing with Pete? I mean, we're not looking to, slam
Well,
the guy.
everybody
This is-
comes on, we just talk, shoot the breeze, and sometimes they'll do a skit, and sometimes they don't.
I mean, the rumor is that he can sometimes be a little too big for his britches. In other words, that sometimes he's.
There's a lot of
Hollywood.
people like that.
Yeah.
Show business, yeah.
Is one of those people Pete DiLorenzo?
You just got to watch your back.
Okay.
That's all.
Now, Carl has shared the stage with some like the biggest names in country music. You've shared it with Willie, right?
Yeah,
Willie
Willie
Nelson?
Nelson twice,
Oh.
Johnny Paycheck.
Did you
Sawyer
get high
Brown,
with-
Lone Star.
Did you get high with Willie Nelson? No,
I
guess
got him
he's known
drunk,
for it.
by the way.
Did you really? That's funny because he doesn't usually drink, so that's quite an
I
accomplishment.
was in his bus, and he said, "You want some of this?" And I said, "Nah, I really don't smoke." He says, "I got some JD." He says, "How about a shot of that?" And I said, "Well," he says, "I ain't got a shot glass." And I said, "Well, up here we drink it right out of the bottom. We drank the whole quart, me and him, 3 other guys."
No shit.
Brendan should move up there.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
That's absolutely right.
That sounds like a nice bus.
absolutely.
How about George
That is a
Jones?
good bus.
You ever work with George Jones?
No, but a lot of different bands and stuff. It's if you go on my website or on YouTube, you can watch my TV shows under Carl S. Richards, Keeping Country Strong. I got like 80 shows up.
And what's your website? What's your web address?
CarlRichardsBand.com.
Cool.
Yeah,
And so you're like he's a straight musician, not like a musician comedian, or like what is like his sort of genre?
Well, Carl is just a great country artist. He's also
Okay.
Singer songwriter,
Right.
and plus he does covers and
okay, great.
there was a couple of comedic songs you put out. I remember.
Well, I wrote some songs for Tiny Tim, and unfortunately, he died before they released them. But I got the only 45 an album with them songs on it.
Did you know Tiny Tim? Did you get to meet him?
Yeah.
Is he as crazy as what we've been led to believe? I mean, in terms of OCD
it was a funny thing because he said everybody takes me wrong, but I like women with big tits.
Right. Yeah. No, that was the thing. He married a very young woman too, but he wasn't he big into cleaning? And I remember hearing him on interviews. He used to clean his bathroom for about 4 hours a day.
Well, everybody tried to make him out like he was crazy, but he lived on Madison Avenue, so he had a few bucks, even though everybody didn't think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
But,
Very cool.
I don't want to talk about me all night. I wanted to say hi to Brett because Brett's a good guy. And
what's it like working with Brett?
He's a pain in the ass.
It's funny. I laughed the whole time. I mean, some of his videos are out of this friggin' world.
Speaking of a video, there's one that's due to come out in
this Tuesday.
This Tuesday.
This
you got to
Tuesday
check this out,
up.
Carl. You got to check it out. There's even some cameos by some other Corrosive Radio alum. And, I think you'll be very pleased. What's the name of the video, of course, is...
Party all the time, let's celebrate.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Well, if you run him on Facebook, I'll gladly promote you guys, the show and him on Facebook, because we got 8,000 friends and fans who will gladly...
That'd be fantastic.
That's great, Carl.
I mean, together with our listeners, that would make about 8,004. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
That's that'll be great.
We're cooking.
Exactly. This is a
No, I had to call in because I seen that he was on here and stuff, and I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Keep listening.
Carl, we have to catch up off the air.
That's okay. Thank you for... Thanks, Brett.
Well, thank you, Carl. And I'm going to... what night is your radio show on so we can...
Yeah,
it's on Tuesday nights, 11 to 10 on the... can I say Block Talk Radio?
Okay.
11 to 10, we're going backwards?
It's BC.
Oh,
yeah, we're going backwards. You got me crazy here.
It's 10 to 11 on Tuesday
11
nights.
to 11 to 11:30 is what it really is.
Okay.
11 to... Okay, and on Talk... What's it
Blog
called?
Talk Radio.
It's Blog Talk
Yeah,
Radio.
but what's the name of the show on Blog Talk Radio?
Well, Carl Richards Show.
Carl Richards Show. Beautiful.
All right.
I got
Plus, my show's going to go to Ireland on TV, too.
All right.
Wow.
Very
That
cool.
That's
Wow.
impressive.
Somebody likes my hillbilly crap.
Absolutely.
But
No,
you're a class act. You're a good guy, and I'm glad we're friends, and I hope to see you soon.
Okay.
I really do.
I hope your mom's doing good. Tell her I said hi if that
thank
means
you.
anything.
Every time I hear
I hope
mom, I
your
always
mom's
think it's a
doing
joke,
good,
too. Hey, Brett, how's your mom doing?
How's your mom, eh?
All right, Carl, we're going to let you go. Thanks
Thank
a lot,
you very
man.
much.
Thanks,
Thank
Carl.
you.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right, so if you want to call in, the phone number is 201-580-3712. Every tonight we're trying to do open mic, so we want you to call in and do a 5-minute set. And we got two paid comics on hand to give you constructive criticism if it's wanted. If it's not wanted, that's fine.
And I'll tell you one thing. It's got to be a decent enough thing to be able to call in and not worry about going in front of the crowd. I mean, that's one of the things. Look at this as like training wheels. I mean, this weekend you might want to do a spot. You might be doing an open mic. Why not try out some stuff tonight? Try it out. You don't have to worry about.
And we're going to laugh.
Failing
We're going to
on
laugh.
stage. Absolutely.
We're going to be
We're
supportive.
going to laugh at you or with you. One of those two. But you
Right,
won't know.
right.
Use a fake name. Try shit out. I mean, it's just pretty much. It's open airwaves. The show will be yours for 5 minutes, and you can try it out and see how it goes. All right.
And if we don't laugh, don't worry, we'll do this.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, there'll at least be a laugh track. Now, those people who called me before, now's the time to call it.
Call them back. Let's give them a call back.
You want me to?
Yes.
I
seriously do.
All right, we'll keep talking.
There's no way that the Seattle guy is going to. I mean,
yeah.
come on. They're in Seattle there.
They're 3 hours behind.
Absolutely. And, 40
okay.
years
All right, so
behind
you
another
guys keep talking. I'm going to
They're
find
selling
I'm gonna
Cobain's
find
house
his number.
out there, right?
Is that right?
Yeah, his
Just
the house
now?
he grew up.
It's been-
That house he
Oh,
grew
okay.
up in. They're selling it.
I guess he's not coming back?
I guess not.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I've never been out. Have you either of you been out to Seattle or no?
No.
Yeah,
I've been out west, but not
yeah.
there.
No, it's not a big thing. Oh, so I wanted to know, though, what is the deal? This is a legitimate question, because so many people ask this. What is the deal? Is it comedian or comic? What is the one to call you? Like, what is the difference?
You know what? I think a comedian is somebody who goes up on stage and does material.
Okay.
I think I'm sorry, that's a comic.
Okay.
A comedian is actually somebody who is funny. Like you.
Okay. All right.
There are people that are naturally funny.
Right.
And then there are guys who really, without a script and without a written page,
Yeah.
they are just not funny. You know, Don Rickles is a comedian.
Right.
That guy is funny as hell.
Regardless of where he
whenever
is.
he wants to be funny, he's funny. He doesn't have to work off a script. He can work off a script if you want him to, but he's a comedian. These guys are funny naturally. They don't have to push the issue. And there are some guys who are just not funny unless they write the stuff down and rework it. Now I'm funny. There's difference.
Okay.
And some guys are just not funny.
Okay, now let me ask you. It sounds like, like, ever seen a silt sifter?
Yeah.
Okay, like, where the
what?
Silt sifter.
Oh,
where
okay.
where the gravel was silted down to a finer course. It sounds like what you're talking about. Like these comics, they test it at every level until it's refined down to the purest of the finest of silt.
Right. They're like sword makers almost, where it keeps getting sharpened and sharpened.
Right,
and
but what that suggests is that they have no confidence in themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would just look at it like they'd want it to be as good as possible, so.
There's so many different styles of comedians,
Yeah.
and but there are some guys if they didn't go up, like if they don't have a script, they're fucked.
Right.
They'll just be lost.
Right.
So I think that's a good exercise to do every once in a while. Just
that
go
right?
up there with just a couple minutes maybe that you've written down, but then the other 8 just kind of go off the top of your head.
Just wing it, right? And see if you can find anything.
Which is an interesting idea to go up to, you say like I've said that many times. I'm going to do that. And then I'll go up there and only do maybe 2 minutes of just improv.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And have you gotten stuff from that 2 minutes?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you find, out of the 2 minutes, hopefully you get 30 seconds.
Let me ask you this.
Do you, 2 minutes.
Right, of course. Do you let the audience know? Or do you just
Not anymore.
You don't say by the way, now that thus concludes my regular act. No. Now here's where we're just going to
ease in.
I just want to add on to what Brett was saying because when I first started, my first gig was given to me by a clown, and I opened up for him. Like I traveled with him. He was called a disgruntled clown.
Okay.
And so I traveled with him, and he pulled me into his room once. He told me, he said, "Nick, the difference between a comedian and a comic is a comedian says things that are funny. A comic says funny things."
Okay, says things that are funny. A comic says funny things.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so thus...
Wait, hold on. Say
comedian would be
that one more
still
time.
greater
You
than
could say,
comic.
hey, I went into a grocery store and somehow make that funny. So
Right.
he said something that is funny.
Right.
But a comic says things that are funny. So something that you say fun. You see what I'm saying?
He's a fucking clown. What are you listening to?
Ultimately. Yeah, where does clown fit on that thing?
Yeah,
I mean,
how was
where's
Pennyworth,
the hierarchy?
How is Pennyworth giving out comic advice?
Let's be honest here, yeah. I got to know. I mean, seriously, you know how they always talk about the lowest rung of, showbiz or, whether it's mime or magician or, all these things where, ultimately, I know comics sort of, or comedians look down upon prop comics and things like that. So
and meanwhile, Carrot Top
is
is
cleaning up.
making a fortune out in
Of course.
Vegas.
Is he still making a fortune?
Yeah, he's out in Vegas.
From
yeah,
what?
He's got his own show in
Because
Vegas.
got his own show.
People love him.
Yeah, he just does like stretches
love
on
him.
And
Vegas.
anybody
yeah.
that rips him apart is just jealous. He's a guy.
Right.
He's laughing all the way to the bank, just
Yeah,
like they laughed at
absolutely.
Liberace. The guy made a fortune. By the way, that movie sucked. I'm sorry.
Really?
Oh, what, behind
Candelabra?
the
Yeah,
behind the
that
candelabra?
That was like real mediocre.
Really? And it got such great reviews.
I know.
In fact,
and
it just won the
all
Emmy.
kinds of
Won the
awards.
Emmy,
I
yeah.
know. And I'm like, what are you kidding
I
me?
didn't see the movie, but I saw the previews, and the one thing that I was very impressed with was that
Matt Damon.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, yeah.
He looked 25 years younger.
Yeah.
That's almost impossible to do in the movies. It's always easier to make somebody look older.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
That's
makeup
true.
works both ways.
I would love to
guess,
see
yeah.
the outtakes and that because they looked like the whole movie. I'm watching it and I'm like, these guys are like on the verge of laughing, because it was really over the top, far as I'm concerned. But Liberace
was over the top.
Was over the top.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't. I didn't buy it at all. But
Really?
it was almost like a Hallmark movie. You
You don't
like
think he was gay?
I really don't think Liberace was gay. Really.
No, honestly, he just never could
just
find
a
the
rumor.
right woman. He was a player. He could just never find one to settle down with. He's like Richard Simmons, same deal.
Yeah, he's not
You know
gay
what I mean?
either.
Absolutely. I think that guy's just a player. You know?
Barry
It's
Manilow,
hilarious
he's not gay either.
when he goes on Letterman. When Richard Simmons goes on Letterman,
He hasn't been on a long
Yeah,
time.
but those were such funny bits, though.
Oh yeah, we're like Letterman would torture him.
pretty much.
Oh, that was the best. All right, so do you guys want to put the Seattle guy in an awkward position right now?
Of course.
All right, let's call
Show's
him.
all about putting people in awkward positions.
Let's call him right now.
Brendan, bend over.
I can't. This is the guy that
Leave a
called me.
message.
Hey, Nick, I was Bozo the Clown for over 3 years. I played on the road for Larry Harmon.
Really?
Yep.
Did you have to wear the makeup and everything?
Everything.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello?
Seattle? Yes, you ready to do your 5 minutes?
No, I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it. All right, bro.
Why not?
Take
Why
it.
not? Wait, pal. Wait, hold on. Why not? Sir?
What's that?
I'm just curious. Why not? I mean, we're faceless people. You're anonymous. We don't know who you are. I mean, you could suck. You could be great. This could be your moment right now.
What changed for you?
What's up?
No, I don't know. I didn't prepare anything, so I'm.
That's
okay.
great.
Perfect.
That's the best time to do something. Nick Lamont, a
This is
professional comedian here, was just talking about this. This is an open mic.
Most guys don't prepare.
Let me ask you
That's why
something.
they usually
Have
suck.
you ever gone up in front of an audience before?
Yeah.
Okay, and how did you like that? Did it go well? Did it go horribly? Tell me.
Oh yeah, one. I mean, I've been doing it for a while, but I just don't. I'm okay. Thank you.
No, that's fine. You don't have to do
What's
your
the
stuff.
scene in Seattle like?
Yeah.
What's that?
What's the comedy scene in Seattle like?
I don't know. It's shitty.
Yeah.
Like the weather.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to be a professional comedian?
I don't know.
You're talking to a professional comedian right now.
Who am I talking to?
Brett Eidman. The legendary, famous Brett Eidman. Come to my seminar. Come on.
Yeah. Upright Citizens Brigade. You've heard of Upright Citizens
Come on.
Brigade, right?
Saturday Night
UCB?
Live, come on. Upright Citizens Brigade?
No, in all seriousness,
Okay,
though,
yeah.
Brett Heidman has done spots on Saturday Night Live. So
Indeed, he has. This is not
Oh,
some
that's
sort
cool.
of, farce.
It was a million years ago, but that's okay.
So what's your day job, pal? What do you do during the day since, you're not maybe a professional comedian? What are you professional at?
I'm a amateur tutor.
An amateur tutor, so you don't get paid?
No, I get paid.
No,
Yeah, I gotta go. I appreciate the call.
All right, yeah, okay, man.
Where are you going?
no, don't. Yeah, let it go.
Hey, I'm with
An amateur tutor. That means
I
like
never
kid
heard that before.
doesn't learn everything. He's just kinda-
I don't know why
maybe that was a spot. Maybe
I
that
don't
was a
know
joke.
why these
That's
people
actually-
call me before the show, though.
That's actually kind of funny. Amateur tutor.
Yeah, maybe that
I
was
don't
one of
really-
his lines. Don't steal that bit. That's property.
I really don't know how to get through to the kids all the way.
Right.
Get seized.
They're full of like half information.
Let me ask you guys something. What is the deal with, obviously no one is plagiarizes or steals. No one's fond of stealing material, but how do you know who came up with something first? If, let's say you're just doing a spot at a club.
Yeah.
Guy comes up to you and says, "Hey, Brett, listen, that was a great bit you did with that, but, cute tag and everything, but I kind of was doing something like that about 4 or 5 years ago. I was doing that same bit, so it's kind of my signature thing.
Well,
What's the deal?
You could say, you know what, I didn't know you've been doing it that long, and I've only been doing it for 2 years. And you
Right.
could say, I'm gonna let it go, or you could tell the guy, fuck you, I do it too. So I mean, depending on what it is and where how decent that guy is that comes over to confront you with that
Right.
type of thing, that happens quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, how likely is it that two people could just arrive at the same premise and funny thing about
I
it?
have a joke that Amy Schumer it's almost identical.
Really? And
And-
now, do you think that she saw you do it and then
Is
decided
it about
to
your
take
vagina?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'll tell you exactly the joke. And I've been doing this joke for a long time, and it usually works. 9 out of 10 times it works. I say that my wife doesn't like to give me oral sex. It's a problem in our marriage.
That sounds like something Amy Schumer would do.
And no, but I'll tell you what she did. So I said, my wife, don't fucking step on my material. It's not open mic now, is it?
Yeah, go ahead,
So
go ahead.
I say my wife doesn't like to give me oral sex, and then she always comes up with these crazy excuses not to give me oral sex. The other night was a good one. She says, "I'm sorry, but I have a nut allergy." So that's the joke.
Okay.
Amy Schumer does something, nut allergy. You know, she does very similar.
What's the real joke? Don't go nut allergy. What's the whole?
What did?
Probably she doesn't like sucking.
My material or Amy's?
No, he wants to know Amy's.
She would go down, I would guess, right?
She says, I don't feel like going down, and I got a nut allergy or something like that.
Okay.
Basically the
doesn't
same.
even make sense.
Well, I don't know exactly her content. But the nut allergy is the punchline for it was my punchline. It was her punchline. I mean, I follow up with, you're allergic to nuts. I'm allergic to monogamy. So there's a couple.
There we go.
Rolling. That kind of stuff. But I don't know who did it first. But I do know when the special was on that I got phone calls. By the way, Amy Schumer's doing the nut allergy joke.
Right.
So I asked somebody who was a super successful comedian about that. Should I stop doing it? I asked two of them actually. One really super successful comedian, a female. Mm-hmm. She said to me, "I would stop doing it because people know her more than they know you."
You don't want to name drop?
No,
okay,
we
already Lampanelli.
We know who it is.
No, that's actually the second one. The second one says, "Fuck them, do whatever you want."
Right.
That's Lisa.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Lisa would never tell me not to do something. She'd say, "Fuck them, do it."
Right. I mean, I've heard people everyone from as varied sources like Joe Rogan to just a lot of people go on about noted thieves in the joke comedian community.
Carlos
Mencia, that whole thing. Dane Cook.
Yeah.
I heard when Bill Cosby was being interviewed, they asked him if he ever stole anything. He said the one thing he lifted something from George Carl about 40 years ago that he actually came out and said, I lifted it straight from him.
Wow. See that? So there you go. I mean, but I
used a stolen joke in my act.
Which one?
A long time ago. I did it was about gay people or something, and I said I have absolutely nothing, I have nothing against gay people, just don't ram it down my throat. And it's not my joke.
Right.
It's Richard Belzer's joke.
Oh, okay. One ball Belzer.
One ball Belzer.
So do you feel there's a difference? So do you feel that stock jokes are stealing? Like it's so, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, there are some like
so hot in here, stuff like that.
Yeah, or
airplane food. Spelling bees.
It's great to be here in Ellenville, the gateway to Shittsville or whatever the next town over is.
Right.
I mean, that's a stock one, and I use that. Yeah, I think there's some stock hack. You can call them hack if you want.
Right.
But those are jokes that kind of engage the audience, and it's like, wow, he's recognizing where he is, and he talks. You can say if you're up in the sticks, I came up with a couple people. None of them are here right now because they're allergic to cows. There's different things you can say.
People always love knowing that you are familiar with their environment, and it just irritates. Like, why do I give a shit that you care about my town? Like,
I'll tell you exactly why it is. Why we have a different mentality than because you and I are both younger,
right?
And we are thinking more globally. We're thinking outside of a comedy club, whereas Brett always has to work with inside of a comedy club.
I understand that. Right. But I mean, even within a comedy club, you see it all the time.
Yeah.
At the moment,
you see it all the time. People are like, I was from here. If all you got to do is mention one town over that they have a rivalry with, and they're like, yeah, boo. Like, but who ultimately? I mean, I know people do, but it irritates me that people respond to that. Like, as simple as that.
Even in music.
Yeah,
when Springsteen says "Jersey Girl," they fucking go ape shit.
Well, it's like
Jersey,
I'll ask you,
New York State of Mind.
Well, let me ask you this: both of you, do you guys engage in crowd work or no?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, you do.
Typically.
See, that's another thing that people love. Yet I'm actually I don't really like it. Probably because I don't. I just feel like I don't want to be a part of the show. I want to watch the show. I didn't come to I don't know. It's as much as I hate audience members heckling, which is just the worst.
Right.
You got to give the person respect and just let them do their jokes. It's not about you. I just feel like it should be reciprocal to a certain extent. I understand why it works. It just seems like, I don't want to say not cheap. I know a lot of people that do it, but it's funny that when I'll go to the Comedy Cellar, a lot of the guys that host or MC or just kind of some of the guys that are younger or less established do it a lot more than guys like Colin Quinn that come out. They almost ignore the owner. I saw Gilbert Gottfried. He fucking closes his eyes up there.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't. People are yelling. He doesn't even respond to it. So I don't. I don't know. I just feel I remember going there and being like, please don't sit me in the front. I just don't feel like being. Where are you from?
I don't sit in the front when I go to a comedy show.
Yeah.
I don't even want to be part of the show. Yeah, I do want to watch it.
I don't know. I don't like that.
I have to be honest. I don't really enjoy watching somebody else do crowd work.
Yeah.
But I actually like doing it myself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can
know.
understand
Because
that.
crowd work is for
like
the crowd.
seeing- I like seeing good
it
crowd
won't
work,
work. It won't.
Good crowd work is neat
It's
for
fun.
me to see. Yeah, when
What
I'm
do
like,
you
that
define
guy
as good?
just,
What do you
like-
define as good crowd
Like
work?
if I'm
let
doing
me
a
ask
weekend, and I see that a guy's doing pretty much 15 to 20 minutes of crowd work,
Right.
and then the next day he's doing the exact same 15 to 20 minute crowd work.
Right.
It doesn't matter who's in the crowd. Like, all right,
we got another call.
that's
Okay.
annoying.
How
Yeah,
dare
I can
they?
understand that.
We had a nice conversation going.
Yeah,
into
we
a
did. But
fucking
now we
call.
got to.
Callers gotta-
And he hung up.
Good. We'll go back to the
Go back
crowd
to
work.
the conversation.
I'll tell you this
But if
much.
they're
though.
doing different, 10, 15
Yeah,
minutes
oh,
of crowd,
there's-
I'm like, well, that's impressive.
It
to me.
is. It's very impressive for
To me,
people to
that's
come up
cool.
with stuff on the spot, and that's why I love when they diffuse hecklers. To me, I find that really interesting.
You have to have it in your bag of tricks, though. You have to know how to do it.
Oh,
just
absolutely.
In case.
I don't dispute that, but I just
and it's more of a crowd work is mainly like MC kind of stuff. It's
Yeah.
more, and I'd rather just listen to people do material.
I mean, I can never fault a comedian because I understand that people want it to happen. What is?
We got another
to
call.
pause.
Oh, go ahead. Okay, you're on Corrosive Radio. What's up?
What's up with y'all, fellas? Y'all really scraping the bottom of the barrel and searching on Craigslist, huh?
Yeah,
You better
we
believe
are.
it.
We are.
I wasn't
And here you
searching.
are.
And what do you
But I
call?
called in, so I am the bottom of the barrel, right?
That's
nice.
Anyway, that's good.
That's a good start. Where you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from Austin, Texas. Where are y'all located out of?
Where in New Jersey?
New Jersey. Oh, Jesus.
Austin, Texas. So
Austin,
you definitely
Texas.
smoke weed.
Huh?
You definitely smoke weed. I mean, Austin's
Oh,
known
no,
for
I
weed.
can't smoke weed. No, sir. Not right now.
All right, so sir, get right into it.
He's on parole.
Introduce yourself, and we'll do the interacting after your bit here. So introduce yourself.
My name's Tim. I really didn't have a bit prepared. My girlfriend just told your stuff up on Craigslist, so I decided to call in.
Well, go ahead.
I guess, I don't know. I mean, now I'm not on the spot. I ain't got shit.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll tell you what.
some crowd work.
On the air, or are we terrestrial, or what?
Yeah, we are actually
I'm getting
on the
bleed.
air. Listen, this is
We're live.
It's a major show, but don't worry. We don't know who you are, so you don't have to worry. There's nothing. There's no reason.
pressure.
There's no pressure. So I'll tell you what. You want to just rap with us until you can remember some maybe
jokes?
some funny tidbits or anything you
Well,
want to
hey,
talk
y'all
about.
show me something. I mean, I don't know.
How about do you need like a topic?
Do you know the I Ride the Buffalo guys down in Austin? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, no.
It's
I
like
don't
a
know what you're talking about,
band.
man.
No?
All right, wait, sir, are you?
Give me a topic or
No,
something.
wait. Let me. Have you attempted comedy at any point in your life?
No, never have.
Beautiful.
Why
This
are you
could
calling?
be great. No, I mean that's perfect.
Tim, we love you,
That's
but
perfect. No, I'm looking for that. I want to know because I want this guy to actually make. You never know when you could find a diamond in the
Yeah.
rough here.
right.
Yeah,
This
usually.
is the thing. I can put good bits together. I just can't put them together on a consistent basis.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, how about
All right.
all right? How about what's your favorite joke?
What is my favorite joke?
Your favorite joke?
It's a knock-knock joke.
Besides George W.
okay.
Bush, no, but
That doesn't work. That's a crap topic. Something else.
all right. Well, no, I'm just saying.
Hey, come on,
yeah,
favorite
Brett, what the
joke,
hell,
you know?
man?
Yeah,
You're
got
a
one
comedy
that's
show. You're
pointed
talking
out.
about jokes?
God damn it, Brett.
You're only talking to a seasoned comedian. What does he know?
Brett? Honestly,
I
I'm
don't
with
know.
you.
I don't know what you mean by joke. I don't really have. I guess.
Yeah, you're not going up there
more
telling.
bits than jokes.
All right.
Give me your favorite joke.
How about some shtick?
Yeah,
Give me your shit. Yeah, let me see your joke.
don't
Let me see
use
what
Yiddish
you got.
words.
I said
Don't
shtick.
use Yiddish words on
I'm
here.
just some
This man's-
jackass caller on the radio, man.
Amen.
That's
Amen.
funny.
That is good. So let me. So I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
Comedians, huh?
What's it like living over in Texas, in Austin? I hear it's a party
What
town.
is it
What's
like?
it like? Yeah.
Honestly, you
Yeah.
know what it's like?
What?
It's the worst place I've ever been.
Really?
You got hippies everywhere,
Hippies, huh?
and all they're doing is sucking face on each other and getting piercings in their face.
And
Really?
bad mouthing the United States of America.
Yeah, patchouli oil.
I mean, no, you're
nothing
free to
but good
do whatever
things
you
about
want. That's
Austin.
great,
Me too.
but keep it to yourself. Everywhere I turn around, somebody's got an attitude about how I don't like their tattoo or their pierced face. You know?
Wow.
Right. Do you
Do you like any tattoos or any
Yeah.
piercings on face?
No, but I do plan to get a tattoo at one point.
Okay.
What-
I don't have a problem with tattoos or piercings. It's more the attitude that comes with it seems.
Right. What is the
Yeah.
attitude that comes with it? What is that? Like entitlement? What's
Oh,
the deal?
no, we're not doing that. Come on, pick something else. The attitude
No,
that comes with it
I just want to
ranges.
know. I just want to know.
Yeah,
This is
everybody's getting
pretty
tattoos. You can call them
choosy there,
yuppies
Texan.
or whatever you want. But,
call them yuppies. Yuppies get tattoos.
Do you have a
now?
Stetson?
well, yeah, yuppies get tattoos. It's a generational shift, man.
That's
Really?
It used to be the hard asses who get the tattoos. Now it's all the
Right.
yuppies who get their shit tattooed.
Yeah.
You got a Stetson hat?
Huh?
You got a Stetson hat?
A Stetson hat?
Yeah.
No.
How about some fry boots?
I did actually. I
That's a
did,
yes.
but it wasn't. No, it's not what you're thinking. I'm not from Texas.
Oh,
I'm not from Texas.
Where are you from?
I'm from Louisiana.
That's the same
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, I mean, for
What
us
part of
Yankees.
Louisiana?
Oh no, it ain't the same place. It's
What
like
part of
all
Louisiana?
New Jersey, New York, the same thing.
A fucking goat.
Yeah, what part of Louisiana?
Apparently,
Nick's-
my mic's not on. I don't know what the
it's-
thing is. I'm
No,
fucking
no,
asking
hold
these
it.
questions, and I'm not getting any response here.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to answer shit. What you want? No, I'm from Baton Rouge. Why?
Oh, bad.
Baton
Central Louisiana.
So are you excited about that LSU Georgia game this weekend?
Not really.
What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you like?
My personal opinion is they should have bought Saban back when they had the chance.
Okay.
We fired Les Miles, but hey.
What do you do on the weekends? Church,
Yeah.
Kmart. What do you do?
It's like the old
What
man
do I
on
do?
the porch,
No,
just yelling at the kids
I
that walk
hike a
by.
lot.
You what? You
Go
hike
out
a
in the
lot?
Wilderness.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're backwoods kind of guy.
Oh no, not like you in the backwoods deliverance sense like you are, but I am in the woods sometimes.
Yeah.
I think
What do
he's
you like
very
to hunt?
prepared.
Oh, I didn't mean that as a negative. The
Yeah,
back-
you know
I
what?
think backwoods-
He's reading everything as like an
Yeah.
insult.
I don't know, man. You got from what I hear, New Jersey guys just. I don't know. I never
This
met
guy,
him, but
he
Wait,
might,
wait, wait,
he
what
might
about
be a
New
real
Jersey
comic.
guys?
This guy.
Yeah, no. Just tell me what is the rumor about New Jersey guys?
I don't know.
Oh, you just said you heard about
it. And make y'all look like turds, but I can't see that everybody is that in New Jersey.
Wait, what made
Are
us
y'all?
look
we're,
shirts?
we're stronger than the storm here.
That's right.
Wait,
No, y'all go through a storm. That's great. I've been through what 5, 6 storms. So
Yeah.
what?
My
Tornadoes.
God, the defensiveness. Yeah.
Do you hunt?
I mean, you're bitching about one little storm, man.
Yeah, we are. We're bitching a lot about that storm.
What was
I
the
don't
big
think
one?
it's-
Somebody else asked my question.
You should have had a better code.
me do it.
Like, New Orleans should have had a better code.
Do you like hunting?
A better what? He said a better
Do you like
code?
hunting?
A better code, better electrical code
This
or a
guy's just
building
going
code.
on.
Oh, better.
This is good
electrical,
though.
Electrical codes.
Yeah. Do you like hunting?
I fish more than I hunt.
You fish? Yeah.
Yeah, I like to duck hunt though.
Duck hunt.
Oh, Duck Dynasty guy right here.
Yeah.
I got a few Duck Commander calls. I do.
Do you fly fish?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Why
thought
are we
there, I
getting
thought
all
there was a
fishing? I mean,
one-liner
we can
coming
talk about
there.
fishing all day. Mostly a bass
You have a
fish.
tuna
I
fish?
fly
I was really
occasionally.
interested.
Did you have a tuna fish?
Huh?
Nothing.
What's the? Let me ask you. So
Are you trying to be funny there?
No.
yeah, damn it, Brett, are you trying to be funny? Don't you dare. Yeah,
Not
let's
on
be
this
honest.
show.
We do not stand for that, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
we're-
trying to be. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
How long have you been
Tuna
with your
fish?
lady?
Huh?
How long have you been married?
How long have we been married? Actually, we're not married. I am not married.
That's a shocker.
Uh-huh.
How long have you been having relations with her?
Oh, she's 7 years.
Oh wow, so
She's
it's a serious
years.
deal.
She's 7 years.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, that's good.
All right.
We just haven't put the rings on, man.
All right, we're going to have to let you go there, bro.
Hey, Tim, thanks for calling in, man.
And welcome to Corrosive Radio. What's up?
What's up? This is Bill from Florida.
Bill,
Hey, Bill, what's up?
You got a 5-minute set you want to do here?
Sure, I'm speaking for all the Republicans out there.
All right, go ahead.
Go
This
ahead.
is Bill,
All,
right,
all
Bill?
Duck Dynasty fans, go ahead.
Wait, let me give you an introduction, Bill.
This is Bill from Florida,
Florida.
and I'm speaking for all the Republicans.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, and I just want you to know that's how we all feel. We gotta get Obama.
Uh-huh.
We gotta get him out of office. We gotta send him back to Kenya. Let him run with his people. We got him door to door, signing the petition. Make sure this Marxist-ism is going to be quitting. We got to get Obama. We got to get him out of office. Before the gays get married, and the Mexicans, and China, we got to get him out of office. Yep, we do. There we go. That's it.
Nice job.
All right,
man.
well,
Very well
thank
done.
you,
I
Jon
like that.
Stewart.
Let me,
I'm for a Tea Party.
yeah, you are for the Tea Party. So, and
No, sure, Republican, Tea Party, whatever it means. It just means getting him out of office. Sure.
what part of Florida are you calling from?
Florida.
Fort
We can't get the
Lauderdale.
ballot right. You know, we're
Wow.
home with the hanging Chad.
Was that?
I mean,
was that
we're
been
home
a-
with the hanging. We're home with the hanging Chad. You know,
So
you
you're,
can't get anything
you're a
right
big
down
fan
here.
of Obama, huh?
What is it?
Bill.
You're a big fan of Obama, right? That's so you're like pro Obama, no?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I just let's see it.
William, I got a question for you. Did that
Yeah.
bit originally go to music?
Yes.
It had a little bit of a rhythm type of banjo, maybe acoustic guitar missing.
Well, maybe you'll see us in the future as an alter ego.
I did an Obama song.
Okay.
It's on
Really?
YouTube.
Nice.
But not as good as that one.
That's pretty good. Now,
That's a classic.
is that just comedic, or are you actually, do you feel those things? In other words, is this just for comic effect that you're coming out very, Tea Party, or you feel that genuinely?
Actually, it's definitely comedic effect.
Yeah.
If I get booed off stage with that, it's a success.
It's not actually. It's also. It's not. I was going to say it's a very
doing a
over the top
character. He's doing a
accent.
character. I like
Yeah,
it.
I mean, that's
I
even
realized
obvious.
it. Well, that's
So,
the accents.
So like it could work. People could love it, or you could just do it
No,
spontaneously.
it's good.
Have you done it on stage?
I did it in Williamsburg. People were actually protesting Obama, and I did it in front of like the street and the protesters of Obama. And at first they liked it, and then they realized I was actually making fun of them. So
Don't you hate when that happens? Don't you hate when the people that you think are dumb are really smart?
So where's he really calling? Where are you really calling in from?
Bushwick, Brooklyn.
Bushwick,
No
Brooklyn.
kidding. Okay. A Brooklyn guy. I mean, because the accent was good. It was very over the top. So you know,
Well, I'm from the
character.
South. I'm from the South, but I mean, obviously, I moved to New York and found out what's up in life. So
What's that like? Because I
go by the Bushwick Bakers on YouTube. We have a 115-minute show. We actually had a heckler.
Okay.
We do comedy music with an acoustic guitar. So you nailed it.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you can plug your thing again. What's it called? Bushwick Bakers?
Yeah, just Bushwick Bakers at YouTube.
At YouTube. Okay, and then you guys.
Just YouTube is Bushwick Bakers. We're in Bushwick, and we actually bake pastries. So
Really?
How many people are constitute we?
what is it now?
How many people are in your group?
Just two. Just a duo. One guitar, two people, sing and dance.
Where do you perform?
Just Goodbye Blue Monday we have. That's actually where the skit or the 15-minute performance on YouTube was performed at Goodbye Blue Monday in Bushwick. Mm-hmm. And then we've been at like a couple of places in East Village, Eastville Comedy Club.
Oh yeah, we've been here. Me and Nick have been there. Cool.
So
That's about it. But,
I like it, man.
I just saw this today. I'm kind of just looking for stuff on Craigslist.
Well, cool, man. We're glad you called in.
We'll spread the word. No,
It's funny. You had me. I bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, really?
Actually.
You thought it was
yeah.
legit?
I thought it was legit.
You thought that was real?
I thought it was real. Yeah.
That was so over the top.
Yeah, but
was
no,
good.
it's good. It's good. You want it to be kind of like, over the top and characterization, everything. Let me ask you this something though. What is it like? You mentioned that you said you came up from the South and now you actually know what's what, or something to that effect. What is that? What's that experience like though? Coming from below the Mason-Dixon line and switching to a Yankee.
I mean, I grew up with racism in the forefront, and I just don't think of it anything. I don't think of it anymore like anything like that. So I always say if it came out of my mouth, it's not racist because I'm not racist.
There you
so
go. That's a shame.
Yeah, our resident racist.
It's the only way I can put it, and it comes out through my art and music and the
That's
things
good.
that we talk about.
That's good. What part of the South are you from?
West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah,
so like that documentary, The Whites of Virginia.
I saw that. Yeah.
Were you part of that?
I
How
actually seen that guy
people
perform
snorting cocaine
before.
off my corpse.
What part of West Virginia? I'm actually from Virginia.
Huntington.
Huntington. Oh, okay, yeah. So Marshall.
The other part of my duo of
funny
the
about
Bushwick
that.
Bakers, he's from like Arlington, D.C. area, Virginia. He was like on. He tried out for The Voice and was kind of like a fan favorite.
Wow.
Doing acoustic stuff. So we're in New York now, just trying to make it, I guess.
Good, man. Good luck. How old are you guys?
25, 26.
Wow,
Now, let me ask you
young.
something. If you were, let's just say, late 40s, early 50s, and still doing the spots, how would you feel?
Doing the spots?
Yeah, doing the same spots, right around, the same comedy shows that you go to now. How would you feel? I mean, I'm just kind of getting a feel of, like, in other words, are you ready to make a life out of this?
If you were old and washed up, and you were still doing
you
the
read
same
my mind, Brett.
clubs
Yeah, Brett. I mean,
that you were
guy.
doing 25 years ago.
Right.
I mean, it's never too late. I mean, what are
Yes.
some of the
like
what are
this
some
guy.
of the major actors that have got into it late?
Absolutely.
Go ahead, name some.
I can't name them.
Rodney
Yeah,
Dangerfield. Rodney
Phil
Dangerfield.
Say Ronnie Dangerfield.
And Phil Hartman, and then
Yeah,
that's
somewhat.
it.
Phil made
Phil
it
was like
in his
35,
30s, yeah.
35, 36 when he did it.
Yeah.
But,
So we named one.
yes,
Yeah.
there you
There
go.
you go.
There you have it.
Myron
You
Cohen.
never know. I mean, somebody just might be fed up with
The
their day job.
exception to
and
the rule is
someone
called
said-
a miracle.
Someone said they're funny one time, so.
Yeah.
Let me ask
And
you: do you what do you? In other words, if you're not a professional comedian, what are you doing for money?
I'm a baker.
It's baking.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Really,
that was established
Yeah.
long ago.
Oh, I thought that was just had to do with Bush. Like that was the name of his.
But he said we really bake shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was meant like for smoking weed.
No.
I thought that's what he's saying.
No, like we're setting up in a couple weeks on Troutman and Evergreen.
No
place
kidding.
called Dillinger's.
Yeah, I mean that was a lot
Oh,
of
I know where that
buzzwords
is.
that I had no idea what you were talking
You're
about.
not too far from like Windmill Studios over there, right?
I don't know. There's a studio in my building, so
Oh,
There you
I
go.
don't have to go far.
How do you feel about the community as a whole? There's a big influx of hipsters, right?
I mean, define hipster.
That's
Oh,
impossible.
we're talking
That's
to a hipster.
impossible. Yeah, exactly.
You dress funny.
Tight jeans and thin skin.
Exactly. What is it again? Say it again, Brendan.
Tight jeans and thin skin.
There it is. Yes,
There
apparently.
you go. So, like, if we insult you, you'll hang up. You're a hipster.
No.
but Brooklyn's become like the hottest place
Oh,
on
of
this
course,
planet
yeah.
for.
I think it's hot for
artists.
comedy.
Definitely.
I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to open mic, it's really the scales.
I
1 to 100 that shows up on
Really?
talent.
I mean, everybody
Yeah.
that works for College Humor lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah, well,
All
it's,
those
it is
guys.
it's like the hot spot now. I mean, actually, a poll came out. They actually ranked Park Slope, Brooklyn, the number one neighborhood in all of the country right now. So
Wow.
you know,
And you have like Dumbo.
yeah, there's a lot of that down
Really
under Manhattan Bridge.
beautiful.
Where's your station in New York?
I'm sorry.
Oh, we're in Jersey.
We're actually we're
North
yeah.
Jersey.
Yeah, we're in North Jersey. We're about 15 minutes outside of NYC.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not really.
All right, am I on the air right now the whole time?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. No
what-
commercial
okay.
breaks.
Yeah,
No,
what did,
this
what,
is it.
what,
We
what
have
did
you
you
on
think was
pause.
happening?
Well, thanks for having me. I'm gonna take off.
Feel
All
free.
right.
And do you have a Twitter or handle or something that anyone want to follow or?
Handle?
Yeah.
Actually, I
Twitter.
just have an
Is it really?
Instagram. Bushwick Baker with an R.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
Bushwick Baker.
No S, but
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
wouldn't
anybody's
put
going
that-
to understand that, but
But
all
I
right.
got it. No, I got it right here. We can post that.
All
That's
right.
good.
Hey, man,
All right.
good luck, man. It was
All right,
funny
good luck.
stuff.
Good stuff.
all right,
Thank you.
thanks. How do I find you guys?
All right,
All
take
right.
care.
Tune in again, man.
All right, bye-bye.
How do I find you guys?
Oh, you can go to our Twitter page, which is at Corrosive Radio.
Yeah, Corrosive Radio, and www.corrosiveradio.com.
Yeah, feel free to give us a listen. Spread the
All
word.
right, take
Bye.
care, man.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
I thought it was
Interesting.
.org this whole time.
No, we got it.
That's a bit, right?
No, we got it .com.
Oh.
Yeah,
Dot
no,
.org
no.
for
That's
real?
what I thought. Yeah.
You did
I
not.
thought it said
It's
it was-
.gov.
Oh,
I like that guy, actually.
Do you?
Yeah, I
good
did like
mindset.
him.
It was good. It was a good thing. You know, he had the accent down pat.
Yeah, I
It's
was
interesting.
sold.
No, it was.
I mean, you know, it's over the top, but
yeah,
it was good.
Like immediately as soon as
Yes.
he started doing it.
Well, also, I mean, this is going to be for the Republicans. I mean, that's a given. And you know, when his voice started cracking on China, you know, like from the Mexicans and China.
I felt like it was Kung Fu Hillbilly. You
Yeah,
know, that's what I
good.
felt.
No, but hey, listen, it's good. It's a character, and it's.
Have you guys
gotta
ever
find a
had
voice.
moonshine?
Yes, I have.
Anybody else?
No.
Nah.
We are talking about the drink, right? It's
Yeah.
not like some kind of local whore
Not just
or something.
some-
Okay, like, you know.
Yes, I've
Not like,
had
like not like some weird sex act.
Right,
You know?
right. I'm like, okay. That actually would be a good one for like an Urban Dictionary thing. Moonshine. You know? It's
Moonshine,
like,
yeah.
But yes, I have had moonshine, and surprisingly, it wasn't when I was down south. It was up here.
pretty nasty, potent stuff. isn't it?
It's 100,
Burns, right?
190 proof.
That's
So
more
it's-
than Everclear. Is that correct?
Everclear is also 190.
Oh, okay.
So Everclear, but Everclear
Wait, so
is rum based, and moonshine is whiskey based. That's the only difference.
I
So
didn't know it was whiskey based.
yes,
I
it
didn't
did.
know that.
Generally, the way it's made, the bathtub stuff that I'm familiar with, it's clear, but I think it's still technically considered a whiskey. It's not aged with the oak caskets or anything, but it's
All right, you're on Corrosive Radio. What you
I
got?
just learned a lot right there. That was more than what I was expecting.
Hello, you're on Corrosive
No, I
Radio.
like it.
and we're dropping knowledge. Caller, I
Hello.
can hear you. Yeah, hey.
Yes, how you doing?
Hi, my name is Chris Brown, located in the Washington, D.C. area.
It's funny already if
My
your name's really
comedy
Chris
name
Brown.
is Reverend Chris.
All right,
Robin Chris?
Reverend Chris.
No,
Reverend-
Reverend Chris.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm on a
Reverend-
cell phone.
It's
okay,
all right.
go ahead, Reverend Chris.
So do you want to do a 5-minute bit? You want to do a 5-minute set, or what do you want to do here?
Maybe a 2 minutes.
Sounds
All right,
good
that's
to me.
cool.
All right,
That's
go.
good.
2 solid minutes would be good.
Do you want a light?
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Pretty funny, actually. One of the things that really gets me about living in America is that we have our prison and our educational system reversed. And what I mean by that is that in the prison system, you can be sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences, but all you have to do is show up after a year or two in front of a hearing board and say, well, I've learned my lesson, and you're let out of prison. But in the educational system, if it's a 4-year degree, you're permanently sentenced to that 4 years. I mean, you try to come in and say, well, Dean, I know it's a 4-year program, but I've pretty much mastered it in a year. They ain't hearing it. Let's see. I did have a personal experience that might interest you.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure.
Go ahead.
It will interest me.
Okay. I actually had this posted on the internet for a while as a
I did
post.
not know that.
The title of it was Carrot Top, Kevin Meaney, Lesbians, and a Satanist.
That's Carrot Top.
Carrot Top? There's weird
Kevin
stuff.
Meaney,
I did not know that. Go ahead.
and Lesbians, and a Satanist. And it involved a true weekend that happened to me in 1994. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I was a member of a startup comedy troupe. We hadn't even started performing yet.
It was a literal startup.
And I was spending most of my leisure time hanging around in topless bars. And I met this girl. Well, I met two girls. The first one seemed promising until it turned out she was writing to Charles Manson.
Oh, boy.
I hate when that happens.
She was real adamant about that. She said, he'll write back to you. And I don't think
Sure
so.
he will.
He's got nothing else to do. What else is he doing?
God.
And then I met a second girl who was a Satanist. And I asked her about the possibility of meeting outside her bar. And she said, well, I don't like to plan these things. I just like to let karma see if they happen. So 24 hours later, I had a date with another girl.
This is the third girl?
Yeah, a third girl
Oh, okay,
who was
so
a
the third
lesbian.
Mhm.
And she was part of a couple, but somehow we were supposed to meet for drinks. So the two lesbians don't show. This is on a Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Two lesbians don't show. And, of course, being a topless bar guy, I assume the girls aren't going to show half the time.
Yeah. It's a good assumption.
And I decided to cruise on down to the comedy club and see if I could connect up with some of the lesser acts, just guys I knew who were part-time acts.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the early show?
It was a late show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And watch, I stayed for both.
Yeah.
And on the late show, Kevin Meaney, who you may know,
Oh, yeah.
you know the industry.
That's not right.
Yeah, he's very funny.
White
Good
Yeah,
guy.
big pants people.
Big pants
He invited
people.
me out to dinner with him and Carrot Top.
Oh.
Wow.
And I'd been trying to connect up with Carrot Top. I'd only lived in Charlotte for 8 weeks. But every time I'd mention I was in a comedy troupe, people would say, is Carrot Top in your comedy troupe?
Oh.
Natural question.
What was he?
I had hatched this unholy plan to meet with Carrot Top and ask him if he would be the honorary member of the comedy troupe.
Oh.
Yeah,
Then
there you go.
that way
that's
I
an
could
idea.
just,
Good idea.
Yeah.
So we go to the TGI Fridays, which is right next to our comedy zone.
And you're a reverend,
After the late show?
so thank God it's Friday.
Gotta be
It
very
works.
late.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
think TGI
Right
Fridays
there.
open that
I
late.
don't mean to heckle. Go ahead.
I appreciate the feedback.
No, go ahead.
I managed to, we were having dinner with, or just as we walked into TGI Fridays, I saw the Satanist girl. It had only been 24 hours since she had said, let's see if we run into each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Kevin Meaney, I'd given Kevin Meaney some cigarettes, which were originally for the lesbian girl.
I didn't know he smoked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at that time he smoked Marlboro Lights.
Right. Okay.
And,
Was it a hard pack or soft?
So I said that, sorry, what?
Was it a hard or soft pack Marlboros?
Hard pack.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. That makes sense.
And
Knowing meaning.
then, So I said to Kevin Meaney, here, he didn't mind because I'd given him the cigarettes. I said, give some cigarettes to this girl. She's a friend of mine. And the girl was freaking out because she just thought I'm asking a random person to give her cigarettes.
Right.
And first, it was really coincidental meeting her, only 20. Charlotte's a big city. People think of these southern towns as being small, but it's the biggest city in the Carolinas. The odds of us meeting up like that were, minuscule.
Absolutely.
We think like 1 in 100,000.
Yeah.
So then we had dinner with Kevin with Carrot Top.
Wow.
And I decided to ask him. I said, "Would you join our comedy troupe, the Legally Dead Parrots?"
Right.
And he just looked at me. He said, "Sure, Chris. What do I have to do?"
Wow.
And that really caught me by surprise. And I said, "Well, gee, I don't know." And he's a very funny person in person.
Yeah, sure.
In addition to his prepared material,
Uh-huh.
he got down on the floor. He said, "Please, Chris, I'm down on my knees. What do I have to do to join your comedy troupe?" And I said, "Well, I guess you're in." And I had further adventures with Carrot Top later on, but that's another story.
All right, Chris.
Then what happened?
Wait. Yes. We got. Let's
it's
talk
like a
about
cliffhanger.
Because I also want to know.
What
You're
happened to the
done?
Is there anything else left in the story?
No, that was a 10-minute set.
Well, let's see. The weird thing was
Did
that
you
that was
bang
the
that
first
there's a weird
time
thing.
Okay.
There's a
I
weird
had
thing.
run into that girl that weekend.
You did.
The lesbian.
Both times that I ran into the Satanist girl, and both times I didn't even pick the place I was going. The first time I was with somebody from a bar band after a show. Second time I was with Kevin Meaney. They picked the places, and this girl was there 2 nights in a row.
Well, she has satanic powers, so naturally, if she has her eyes on you, she's going to find a way to get to you.
Yeah.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
In my own humble way that I'm one time I asked her, she was talking about how Satan was going to come again in the year 2000.
Okay.
And I said, "Could you put in a good word for me?" And she looked at me and she said, "Well, Chris, I'm not sure you're worthy."
Wait, you said
And that hurt. That hurt because I like to feel that
a man's penis?
maybe I'm not out there being satanic all the time, but I like to feel that I have that core of Satanism that would be respected by the master himself.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Chris, you said you were a reverend?
It's a name, like Reverend Bob
I actually do have
Levy.
a lot of theological education. I was very religious in my youth, and I'm fluent in New Testament Greek and passable in biblical Hebrew.
Wow. How about Aramaic?
But just not
no
English.
Aramaic?
Sorry, what?
No Aramaic?
Just a little.
Macrame?
Like you have Aramit.
Whoa.
Whatever.
From Daniel.
Stephen, whatever happened to the...
I thought his name was
Chris. Reverend Chris.
Brown, and it's Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Just remember
Whatever happened to the dead parrots?
Yes.
Your
Well,
group.
that's
I'm
an
very
interesting
interested in that.
story.
That's an interesting
Also,
story.
it was
wouldn't
very
think it was.
Absolutely.
dysfunctional troop, very
Pull up my
creative,
pillow.
I
but
bet.
very dysfunctional. And it was founded by a couple.
Keep going.
And the couple alienated people. They threw people out of the troop. They alienated people. They made enemies. Eventually, they couldn't get along with each other, and the female member bought out the male member. And then, I said female member. Sorry. Eventually,
Just let him work.
before the website of the troop disappeared, the last appearance of the website of the troop, for whereabouts for the woman who ran the troop, who shall remain nameless, it said, "That's for me to know and you to find out."
Oh, my goodness. She
That's a
said
really good
that?
plan for being discovered by, they're always bragging about how they're going to be discovered by Comedy Central or HBO or somebody.
Yeah.
If they
That
ever
ain't
actually
either.
came looking, the only point of reference is, that's where my whereabouts, so that's for me to know and you to find out.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, let me also ask you something. Did you at any time think that Kevin Meaney was being especially friendly to you?
Did you ever
Being
think he was
that
being a meanie?
well, also because he's gay.
Not in that way that he later turned out to be, but
Right.
But he was
Did you
he
turn
was
him gay?
very friendly, very supportive,
I bet he
but
was.
just in a manly way.
He wasn't all femme about his support. He wasn't queer with
So,
that
Chris,
stuff.
are we going to get to your 5-minute set here or not?
No, but bump. Oh, I thought it was. I thought that was good. What do you guys think? Huh? That was. He had some premises.
I wasn't listening.
Hello.
No, yeah, it was good. It was a nice.
I like it. I thought the guy's great.
Have you gone up in front of crowds before, Chris? Reverend?
I've been in sketch comedy since 1994. I don't have any stage fright.
You're right.
But I have trouble coming up with stand-up material. I'm not good at writing jokey jokes. Like everybody's like,
no.
Are you sure about that?
Or with a keypad?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you.
No, it's fine.
It
It's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
Go ahead. So you were saying, though, that you have gone in front. You've done sketch comedy for a very long time.
Oh, yeah. The group, the Parrots.
The Dead Parrots.
Did a new scripted show, hour long, every week for like 50 weeks a year. For 2 years. For the first 2 years I was in comedy, I did about 220 performances.
Holy shit. Lot. Wait. A new scripted show every 50 hours?
Wow.
Every week.
Every week for 50 weeks.
But what happens? What are you doing the other 2 weeks?
They're in reruns half the year.
Can you sit on your phone again just one more time? No, that's a lot of material.
That really is. I mean, they're like the Louis C.K. here of
keep changing the act up like that.
So out of 50 weeks, though, but Harvey, what were you doing the other 2 weeks?
That's a valid question.
Well, cruising topless bars.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, yeah.
They used to be my New Year's resolution every year.
So
more time in
topless bars?
So Jack, we want you to tell us what your most horrible comedy story is.
He just
And you can't use this one.
Gosh, let's see.
It's all right, Bill. Take your time.
No, I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. You've been very supportive, but I'm drawing a blank on my.
Fred, are you married at this time?
Maybe I can come up with a weak one.
What? Are you married, Fred?
No, I'm
woman,
divorced.
Right?
You're divorced?
I was
hard to
married for
imagine.
9 years, from 83 to 92.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Thank you.
we never had any
his
children.
signature.
We had a monkey and it
That's his
died.
hamburger?
Yeah,
You can't take care of a damn monkey. You
a
know, you can't have any kids.
Oh, they're hairy.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
They smell
Whatever happened to
like
that
monkeys.
satanic woman? Did you end up closing the deal with her? I missed that part of the story.
Yeah, signing in blood, Robert. No.
No, not yet.
Not yet?
I keep applying, but you know.
Larry, what do you do for a living?
Well, I think he's a
I'm on
comedian.
disability. I have bipolar disorder.
Oh,
Do you?
geez. Oh,
Can you
okay.
call in when you're manic as well? Because that'd be fantastic. We could have manic Larry and sedated Larry.
Yeah, that would be. You know, I had an idea for a sketch character. I've never developed it.
Well, we've got. Wait. Just so you know, we have. Okay, we have Brett Eidman here. He is one of the instructors at or one of the performers at UCB. You know Brett Eidman, right? You must have heard that name.
A friend is an instructor at not at UCB. I'm sorry. A friend named Sarik Katz is instructor in sitcom writing at the Pit Theater. In New
You
York.
do know Brett
the Pit.
Eidman.
I know
though,
the
right?
Pit. Yeah, sure.
And David, you do know Brett Eidman, right?
I
mean,
know
you
him
must
by
have.
reputation, but I've never heard it.
Everybody knows
course.
him. His reputation precedes you.
Of course.
Jinx. Absolutely. No, I mean, Brett Eidman's sort of a legend in this business, and I'm sure anyone doing
Just
sketch
ask
comedy, and anybody doing sketch comedy is going to be aware of him. Now, I'd love for you to maybe even get a chance, since he listens in on the show regularly, and he even contributing once in a while. He manages to. Why don't you see if you can pitch that character to him, the bipolar Bill character?
I would really appreciate that. One of the things is I'm a good writer, but I'm a piss poor rewriter. I'll write a good sketch, and it can sit for like 10 years, and I have trouble reconceptualizing it. So I get a lot of benefit out of a fresh approach. Somebody coming in and saying, this is how this can be tweaked, and that kind of thing.
All right, so Carl, take us through the processing of writing.
Well, let's see. I remember one time I had it was late at night at Leather and Lace North in Charlotte, North Carolina, on Pride Street, topless bar.
Again with the topless bars. Wow.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
But I was, it was almost closing time, and I was determined that I was going to write a sketch based on something in that room. And I noticed
the phone.
what do you call it?
The phone.
Breathalyzer machine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I came up with the concept of a beer, which is normal intoxicating beer, but it can't be detected on a breathalyzer.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You drink as much as you want,
Duels, isn't it?
and you can't get arrested. And I originally was going to call it Bud something, and one of the people in the troop suggested Bud Not.
Bud Not.
Oh.
Like a little twisted.
I
don't get it. I don't get it.
Also enriched by
Nick doesn't
a good
get
friend
it.
of mine, Dan
What does that
Simsky,
mean?
who was an impressionist.
Yeah.
He performed the role of the drunk, and he did an Arthur impression.
Arthur, the movie.
Yeah, okay, we know it.
Or what's his name?
Oh, don't look now, but somebody's going and eating all your popsicles.
Arthur Garfunkel?
They were
Garfunkel.
popular during the 60s.
Yeah, Simon was the other one. He's the
I didn't know he
non-drunk
was a
one.
big drunk.
Yeah,
Jimmy-
Simon was the sober one.
Jimmy, do you have anything on the internet, like on YouTube? Reverend?
Sorry, couldn't hear you.
Oh, Reverend, do you have anything on the on YouTube? Any videos that we can check out?
No, I don't. I do have a blog.
A blog?
Which is called Reverend Chris's Church of Comedy.
Who's Chris?
I don't know. It's a friend of his, I think.
Okay, so Reverend Chris of Comedy?
Reverend Chris's Church of Comedy.
Reverend Chris's Church.
It's got a long URL, but if you just Google Reverend Chris's Church of Comedy,
Yeah.
it has a song to the tune of Johnny Be Good called the Reverend Chris song.
Could you sing some of it?
Am I
for
able
us?
to Bing it, or do I have to use Google?
Oh, let's see. Okay, yeah, I could do that. I don't have any
Please, that'd be
stage fright.
fantastic. Yeah, no, I could tell
Way
you.
down in Charlotte, North Carolina. Way down in Charlotte, NC, where they race NASCAR. Way down in Tryon Street, where there are nudity bars. There stands a man with dollar bills in his fist, and he goes by the name of Reverend Chris. You never ever see him with a Bible book, but what is it? But he rakes in the cash just like a Vegas crook. Go, go.
Go, Reverend Chris. Go.
Go. Go, Reverend Chris.
Go. Go,
And,
Reverend Chris. Go.
His mother said to him,
Go, Reverend Chris. Go.
You get out of here. You eat up all my corn chips and you drink my beer.
Go, Reverend Chris. Go.
Go, Reverend Chris, and then
Go, Reverend Chris.
Go, Reverend Chris.
Go right to the strip bar, Chris.
At the age of 10, and entered in a lifestyle full of vice and sin.
Go, Reverend Chris. Go.
Go.
And let's see, you'll
Go, Reverend Chris. Go.
go.
Go,
Let's
Reverend
see,
Chris. Go. Go, Reverend Chris. Go. Go, Reverend Chris. Go. Go, Reverend Chris. Go.
But the basic premise of the end is that he's always out saving those who will respond. Just give him $20 and he'll save you a bond.
Go,
yes.
Reverend Chris. Go.
Did you write that yourself?
Yeah, actually, that's never been. This is the first performance.
David performance? Oh my! Listen, David performance. A Corrosive Radio exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
You can hear it nowhere else.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That is impressive.
Reverend Chris, that's pretty cool.
That could have been a bonus track on your album.
Well, I don't know how you're doing on time. I have a bit that's about
40
3
minutes
minutes.
long.
The song.
Go ahead. Does it involve your cell phone beeping? You know, with the Dutch pad or anything? Because that's just gold right there.
Go,
Thanks.
Reverend Chris. Go.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, the whole text of that song is in the website Reverend Chris's Church of Comedy.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, here's something that might interest you.
Ooh, that's good.
About a year ago, a guy contacted me from L.A.
Mm-hmm.
He was putting together a pilot for a show, and he wanted to bring me on as a writer. And this is an independent development. It's not a network or anything like that. But the site, they have a website for the series and a first webisode. It's called The Ho Truth. The Ho Truth. Because Ho's no truth.
Yeah, we got it.
A pun?
Oh, the whole truth.
Oh my God.
I don't get it.
The whole. You mean it's like a prostitute?
Oh,
Instead
the whole truth.
The
Okay.
city is
I thought he
Washington,
meant
D.C.,
W. He means just H.
and the women
This guy's crazy.
are three streetwalkers.
Hang on a minute, Reverend Chris.
Brett, you gotta use that.
I'd like to hear more.
Holy,
If it
that's
doesn't
hilarious.
interfere with your mission this evening.
We have no
I'd like to
mission.
hear more about
mission.
your show. I saw your ad
Yeah, cool,
about
man.
the open mic and was fortunate enough to get in.
Yeah.
But can you tell me more about your show?
Our show? Well, our show is now your show, sir. That's
Yeah.
all I gotta say.
We've
Wow,
been
on
at-
my show.
So, Jill, what do you do for a day job?
He doesn't. He's on disability.
I don't do anything.
What did you do before you got hurt?
I live off the government tip.
That's cool. What's that up to now? About 700?
It's the tip that fucks you.
Nice.
Let me ask you this though. So do you take lithium for your bipolar?
Currently, I take Haldol. It's an injected medication.
You inject Haldol?
Sorry, what?
That's a serious medication, Haldol. You actually inject that.
Yeah, well, and a nurse does.
The nurse comes to your
once every 4 weeks. It has the advantage that it's less variable in when you're taking oral. When you're taking like lithium orally, the dosage can vary.
Yep.
But this calms me down and keeps me sedated.
Maybe you shouldn't do that. Because I'm just going to throw this out there. I mean, not to go against your healthcare practitioner, but imagine Luther here on without Haldol. Imagine the manic Luther. I mean, that could be comedy gold right there.
It would be very fast.
Yeah, it could.
Very fast.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not suggesting you get off it, but I'm just saying that Brett, how many bipolar comedians are there? Right? How many? Nick?
How many are labeled bipolar is one thing, but there's a lot of bipolar comedians.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
I've heard that Jonathan Winters was bipolar.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I've also heard that he's dead.
I know that for a fact.
For a fact.
Yeah, rumor has it he's dead now, too. That's another kind of rumor that's circling.
Well, I got a question.
Well, as Mark Twain said, rumors of my death are greatly exaggerated.
Sure, I remember that one.
Did we ever get to the story that we were going to be told here?
Yeah, he met Kevin Meaney.
I saw Carrot Top. Well, here's an unusual thing. About
wait, this is unusual.
A year after I met Carrot Top, I was in Charlotte, where I lived, and where he lived also, when he wasn't touring.
Uh-huh.
And
thank you.
I was out on a road called
the audience demanded
I think he's swearing. That's just him censoring himself.
I was out on a road called Independence Avenue, and suddenly I had a feeling that there was something nearby that was significant. It was like a hunch. And I actually started running from place to place, trying to connect up. There's something on Independence Avenue, but I don't know what it is. Uh-huh. And so then I went down. It was my week off from the Legally Dead Parrots, but I went down to the theater to see the show anyway. Mm-hmm. And I came right in between shows, and Carrot Top was coming out of the theater. It was the first time he had been to the theater.
Thank you.
I said hi. I met you.
I'm sorry. We have to beat you every time you use bad language.
Fridays.
Yeah,
and he said, "Yeah, I totally remember that," which I didn't know what he meant, but actually he was being positive. And then I went inside. I just had a brief encounter with her. I went inside and I talked with a friend of mine, and she said, "Did you see Carrot Top?" And I said, "Yeah, I saw him outside the theater." And she said, "No, I meant, did you see him tonight? He was out on Independence Avenue partying."
Wow. You're like a real Carrot Top, like
stalker.
Stalker, yeah. You really love Carrot Top.
Craig, have you seen Carrot Top recently?
He's jacked.
He's pretty buff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out in Vegas.
Is. It's kind of hot, if you ask me.
Yeah, the big problem is he knows me, and but
That's often a problem.
To deal with him, I'd have to actually go to Vegas and talk to him because it's hard to get through his people.
Where in Missouri are you?
I live in the Washington, D.C. area in a town called Germantown, Maryland, about 20 miles north of D.C.
Mm-hmm. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's a nice place to live. Nice part of the country.
It's got some advantages.
Yeah. I'm going to, next time I go out to Vegas, I'm actually going to go catch the Carrot Top show, and I'm going to tell him that I spoke to you on the radio.
Tell him he may not remember Chris Brown,
but he'll remember the dead
Parrots. Yeah, that's the troupe that he wanted to be in. He begged for it.
Yeah, the Dead Parrots.
In the Carrot Top anecdote, I forgot there was one thing that happened that kind of defined the moment.
Right.
Somebody was buying rounds of drinks for the table. I'll buy you comedians anything you want. And Kevin Meaney said to me, "Chris, I noticed you're not drinking anything." And I said, "Well, that's because I don't drink." And he said, "Chris, I think it would be funny to see you drink." And I said, "Yeah, but I'm driving and I don't have cab fare." And he said, Kevin Meaney pulled a $20 bill.
Are you driving the cab?
First money I ever made in comedy.
Wow.
He said, "I'll pay you $20 if you drink this shot." And then they brought over the thing of drinks, and Kevin Meaney, he has very good voice modulation. He said, "Bring over these drinks
heard that before.
and give them all to this man."
Right.
And then I said, "I'll drink anything you guys put in front of me." And Carrot Top's head writer, Charlie Veracola, who's a brilliant guy.
Don't we know?
Himself. He has a
he's been on
He was on our show 2 weeks ago.
Charlie.com.
Yeah.
He held up a bottle of ketchup to me.
Oh, jeez.
And I said, "All right," I was drinking. No, don't drink it.
Was it
We were
Heinz?
joking. And then when
be that
things
Hunt's
settled
crap.
down, the
Seriously, I
guys
think
were
something wrong with
talking.
my mic.
I thought to myself, I'm a total unknown in comedy. I hadn't even done my first show. And most of the people at the table here had their own HBO and Cinemax. They were just hanging out after.
Well, you can pay for that. Everybody gets their own. If you
And I
pay
said, I've only
cable
got
company, right?
one shot at making an impression on these
I'm glad
guys.
you can hear me.
So I poured a shot glass of ketchup and drank it.
Yeah.
A shot of ketchup. And how did it taste?
Like ketchup.
Well,
Like
it
sperm?
didn't mix well with the 5 dead Nazis drinks I had.
5 dead Nazis. Whoa! You get you work racy
That's
too.
a Jägermeister-based drink.
Now,
So you work.
Have you ever?
So I said to Carrot Top, "Is it all right if I tell people that I made you laugh?" And he said, "Yes, you can." And I said, "Is it all right if I go to the bathroom and throw up?" Because
Yeah.
And what did he say to that?
he said yes.
Oh, okay,
Now,
good. I was
friend,
worried.
he said something interesting. He said, "Chris, you were a buffoon at that table." And I said, "Yes, but one can rise from being a buffoon.
That's true.
One can't rise from being a nobody, a nothing, a non-entity."
I hear you. And now let me ask you something, Larry. You do you know other people in show business? You know Kevin Meaney. You know Carrot Top. Are there any other show business stories of celebrities?
Well, I have a friend who's not a big name, but he's a producer for Conan O'Brien. He was in the comedy troupe with me.
What's that person's name?
His name is Jose Arroyo, and he has a.
I've heard that name before.
He's one of the
actually.
senior producers for Conan O'Brien, and he's also on-air talent with Conan O'Brien.
Oh.
And there's 2 ways to get in touch with his stuff. One is just to Google.
Excuse me.
One is just to Google Jose Arroyo.
Wait, Google what?
Along with Conan. Jose
How do you spell the last name?
Ricky?
Arroyo. It's a Spanish word.
Oh, Ricky Royo?
Arroyo. It
Wild?
means a dry riverbed. Arroyo.
He works for Conan.
Arroyo. Google that along with Conan O'Brien.
Areola?
And you'll get a lot of hits on Jose. He's a very funny guy. He has a
But can you just tell us his name?
called Seething with Joy.
But wait.
He's recently gone into cartooning. He has a
Ronald,
a really
one
funny
second,
book cartoon
Ronald.
called Seething with Joy.
Right.
Ronald, 1 second though. Can you just tell us the guy's name again?
Jose Arroyo.
Jose, spelled the regular way. Arroyo. R-A-R-R.
R-R-R-R? Did he become a SEAL or something? R-R. Who has 4 R's in their name? I mean, this is crazy. You're telling me that, once again, the guy's name is David Sebastiano, right?
Yeah, that's it right now.
That's it. That's okay. So do you still keep in touch with this guy?
Yeah, at great intervals because he's very busy.
Yes.
But we like to reminisce about the dysfunctional comedy troupe we were in.
Dead Parrots, yeah.
And compare notes. Yeah, it was just, they were brilliant people.
Bobby, let me ask you: do you always work clean, or do you do you work blue every once in a while?
I do adult material, but I very rarely use profanity.
I see.
I don't have anything against profanity, but I just think if you can do adult material and keep it PG rated at the same time.
Yes.
It's a bit of an art form, you know.
How often do you rotate your socks? Do you feel like you need to go out and purchase socks?
How did you know I don't have socks?
Nick is also a resident psychic.
With no socks.
Yeah. Well, do you like those ones like with the champion socks where it has like the gray heel, so you know where to always put your heel?
Yeah, sometimes
it's like directions on socks.
I always get it upside down.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
Now, besides that, are there any other celebrities you've had encounters with?
Yeah.
Because I enjoy the celebrity stories.
I met Amy Poehler for about 30 seconds.
Wow, Amy Poehler.
That's 28. That's 28 seconds more than Brett's met
She was
her.
a big celebrity. It was when they first launched the UCB television show.
Yes, and she was
and
she's
they
a founding.
did a tour around the country where they had they showed the 8-minute or 6-minute
Piece.
pilot for South Park,
Right.
and then then Amy Poehler and the UCB cast came out and did a performance. And I met Amy Poehler for about 30 seconds. Asked her if they needed writers. I remember what the hell, I can't hurt to ask. I asked if they needed writers for the UCB show, and she said, "Well, we have our friends and our students."
Right.
One last thing.
So,
Nice girl. Nice girl.
Vincent,
One last
listen.
thing, Bobby. Oh, I just need to ask. What comedians do you look up to? I mean, outside of Brett Eidman. You know, like who?
well,
And
I
Carrot Top.
know Ted Alexandro. I don't know if you know him.
Yes.
Ted Alexandre does the voices. Can you do voices? Are you a voice guy?
How about Al Pacino? Al Pacino.
I wouldn't expect him to say Ted Alexandra. That was an interesting pull.
He's a very intellectual comedian and
Left
very
field to me.
visceral at the same time.
Visceral and in the
He did some
that
really
was-
funny material, but it's retro
Shocking.
now. But he did some really funny material about the Kerry Bush campaign.
Right.
Well, that's
But
topical.
he said one of the things he said was, I'm on the radio.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Now wait.
You had a minute?
Ted, I'm just curious. Who were you speaking with there? I mean, this is interesting. Who are you talking to?
I'm riding along in a car with my father. It's my birthday.
Oh,
happy birthday, Larry.
All right.
I have more coincidence than definitely the average person. I just picked up Craigslist, typed in comedy gigs, and saw your show and called and got through.
We know how you got in.
Wait, when you say you picked up Craigslist, is that printed? Is that printed now?
It was an actual list.
It came up in like 10 seconds.
Who's Craig?
The guy we're talking to. Jeez, his name's Craig.
Craig.
Yeah. So you're with your father. Now let me ask you, where did you guys go for your birthday?
TGI
Chuck E.
Fridays.
Cheese.
Well, my father has been kind enough to pick me up after
A nudie bar?
I met with my girlfriend for my birthday.
Now, Brendan, this guy has a girlfriend and you don't. Now, let me just ask you, how does that make you feel?
It makes it,
Well,
there's a sort of validation to it.
How young of a man are you?
Yes.
Well, I'm a rather heavy-set guy. Not
Talk
that
slow.
well
Talk
bred,
slow. This is good.
But she's just a very nice person.
No, I was asking how old
Just
you
calm
were.
down,
a very
Richard.
pretty person.
How old are you today?
I turned 54.
Oh, nice.
That's cool, that's cool.
Wow. Now, do you think that you'll be headlining in some clubs sometime soon? You hope to get up on stage again and do some more material,
Or
like
the
you did today?
diabetic ward?
I would like to, and we'll just have to see how the fates how the fates allow. I've called into radio shows before, online radio shows.
Really?
And have
Yeah, you're our core
formed a
demographic.
friendship with some hosts around the country.
Wow.
And I find it a very amenable thing because there's no transportation issues, and you get smaller audiences, but you get a more connoisseur audience.
More what audience? What is it?
Connoisseur.
Oh, connoisseurs. Yes.
More lovers of
smart.
comedy.
Dinosaur.
or smart and limited audience, a quality audience, if you will, quality.
He performs for pterodactyls? Is that what Nick's saying?
I understand it, and I also we have a nice smart core audience.
Yeah, we do. Namely,
Just
But all
not any
four of them are
hosts.
right here.
that's fantastic. So
Oh,
you.
by the way, have you ever heard of a guy
Brett
named
Eidman?
Kent Emmons?
Who?
I
Wait.
feel like it's the Bill Brasky skit. Do you remember that from Saturday Night Live?
You know
Bill
the
That's what I feel like it is.
with the 24/7 comedy radio, the AM phenomenon.
Wait. No.
That was
Bill
my own-
Brasky?
that was my own
No, I
reference,
know.
I'm sorry.
But wait, what is the guy's name?
Ken Emmons was the inventor of that.
Ken
He
Emlins.
had a startup network for a while.
Yes.
He was trying to start up a network.
All Comedy Network.
called Comedy Express TV.
He was also from.
And he did actually have a station on XM for a while before they merged with Sirius, and it was called National Lampoon Radio. He managed to buy the National Lampoon.
He's the head. He's the head of National Lampoon Radio.
Oh, cool. All right.
He's friends
Now,
with.
I had some dealings with him.
Dealings is
about
such a
6
sketchy
years
word.
ago,
That could be like court proceedings. I love dealings.
Well, lawsuit.
Restraining order.
Restraining
Restraining order here.
He's a very interesting guy. He's very.
It's not the Bill Braggs. It's like the
What happened to him?
I just lowered Harry Carey. Hey everybody!
Hey everybody!
I guarantee you.
Hey everybody! Hi,
You're still here, right?
Chris.
Chris, we lost you a little bit for the second there. Chris.
He's still on the line.
Yeah, Chris, you still here? Ooh.
There you go. Listen, you cannot hang up on the Reverend, okay? I know, you cannot mute the Reverend. Well, that was great.
That was
I thought that was
entertaining.
very entertaining.
Maybe he'll call back.
So, any constructive criticism?
No, not at all.
Good act.
He's great.
What are the
Very
chances?
convincing.
What are the chances that I mean, see, that was just very legitimate.
I knew
What
that
are
he
the
was
chances-
heavy. He was heavy because you could tell when he's talking. Like he was either in the bathroom or.
Well, Haldol will put weight on you too, for the record. Haldol will fucking bulk you up.
But that was the
or
drug
the
he was on?
seat, or the seatbelt was too tight or something. He was like, like you heard it.
Yeah.
But he reminded me of Bill Cosby.
I feel bad we hung up on him.
What? No, we didn't hang up. I just had to lower the volume so I could talk to you guys for a second.
Yeah.
Calls disconnect. Brendan will never admit that he disconnected. Never.
Let
just disappear automatically.
Let me ask. So, why Bill Cosby?
Because Bill Cosby does, stories.
See, the problem with the I mean, that's Bill Cosby, huh?
I
feel like you hate Bill Cosby, and that's why you're actually making the thing.
Well, he's a storyteller.
Just admit that you hate Bill Cosby.
I do, but I like Reverend
Okay,
Chris.
see, I knew it.
Hate's a strong word. I just don't.
Right.
I just don't like that kind of. I couldn't sit in a Bill Cosby show. I'd be bored.
Well, he goes on for like 3 hours.
Wait,
Doesn't he? He does like 3-hour shows.
Wait, just because he's black? I mean, that's no reason to hate someone.
Camille, who gives a shit?
Right. No, I understand.
I mean, he seems like a good guy. He's very funny.
Actually, it's the opposite. I think he's a better comedian. He doesn't seem like a great guy. He's like, had all these sort of, illegitimate children.
He's a doctor, though, right?
Yes, he actually is. He's gotten his letters from, where was it? He's William Cosby, PhD.
Was it an honorary?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was honorary. Oh, so he didn't do any of the work? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
How do you get one of those?
Did you really not? Yeah,
no, I didn't know he was honorary.
That's one of the long things,
That's the type of doctor I want to be.
And in a rather Bill Cosby-ish type move, he manages to he'll use the letters as if he's earned them, which is very
they say
it's
Dr. Bill
pompous.
Cosby.
Yes, he actually requests
like a chiropractor.
Yes, he's actually requested that he's been introduced that way. It's like he's like Dr. Bill Cosby.
No, I didn't. I did not know that.
I did not know that. That is weird stuff.
Chris was on a roll.
Yeah,
Chris
should we?
I think he was eating a roll.
Hold on. Do you want to try
let's
calling
just
him
give
back? Yeah, let's just try calling him back.
Yeah, for a couple
it is
more
his
minutes. I'm going to
birthday.
go home and
I
take
feel
a shit
bad
and
we
go to
hung up
bed.
on him on his
hold on,
birthday.
If you take a shit now, we'll get him on a story. He'll be good. You'll be good to go.
I wonder if he knows Carrot Top.
He's probably like that's a number 2 large.
He might have had some dealings with him.
A large fries.
Chris.
Reverend Chris here.
What happened, man? We just needed to lower
Sorry
the...
about the phone dropped the call and I didn't realize it.
Oh.
See, Brendan is vindicated.
Well, all right. It was good talking to you.
Exactly.
But we didn't want to leave without a proper
we
good
didn't wanna
night
leave-
and
we-
thank you for
you know,
calling.
we-
and
And
all
do you
that.
have a Twitter account? Are you on Twitter? Any social media stuff we should know about you can promote?
No, I'm not currently. I have a Twitter account, but I'm not currently active.
You and I are very similar.
Were you not?
But
Were you shut down?
If you want to see something, look at the Reverend Chris's Church of Comedy.
That's the blog.
okay,
Yeah,
hold
we're
on.
gonna-
Yeah,
Hold
we did. We brought that up.
Yeah, hold on. We're looking
How
at
often
it.
do you write on that?
Yeah,
Blog.
Obviously not very often.
Not very often, but it was enough to get an offer of writing on the whole truth.
Nice.
What is the whole truth?
The
That-
whole truth.
the whole
Whole truth.
The whole
the whole
truth.
right?
That's a show. Currently,
pilot.
they only it's in development. They have a website in one webisode,
You got his picture up there anymore?
and it's about 3 streetwalkers in D.C.
Nice.
One of them's actually a man,
I'm laughing already.
and they provide social commentary on and sexual commentary.
Oh, interesting.
One thing that's kind of interesting about the premise of the show is that they frequent a pawn shop that has TVs in it.
Wait a minute. Wait, porn
One
as
of the
in
things that-
PORN or porn as in
Pawn.
items?
PAWN.
Oh, PA. Okay, porn shop. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and one of the things they want to develop in the show, they didn't do it in the first episode, but they want to have the girls watching actual networks like CNN and stuff like that.
Gary, listen.
and providing
Gary,
raw
listen.
commentary on it.
Yeah.
Gary, listen.
Let me just ask you something, Billy. If I could, I just want to know, since it's your birthday and all, and you're with your father, would he like to come on the air and say hello? I mean, has he ever been on a real radio show before?
No, I don't think he ever has, Dad. They asked if you wanted to say hi. No, he's too busy driving.
He's too busy driving. That's true. You don't want to drive and cell
Talk on the
phones.
radio at the
Talk
same
on the radio.
time. Yeah. Sit on your cell phone.
That's true, lady. Well, it's his driving that gets me where I'm going. I appreciate it.
Any chance you guys are going to hit up a nudie bar together? Maybe, drink some ketchup with Carrot Top or something?
Worst thing in the world.
Not tonight. My county in Montgomery County doesn't have any.
Now, let me ask you something. Would you ever consider going to a nudie bar with your father?
Yeah, it probably wouldn't interest him greatly.
No.
But we actually did that once for my birthday some years ago.
Well, he can go just to read the articles or something.
Yeah.
That's a
I'll be honest with Reverend.
I was in a bar in Charlotte, and I was.
Something tells me that
my day job was I was working for Microsoft.
Right.
Oh, well, that was your previous job? Wow.
And I was trying to study for my exams at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And this waitress came over to me and she said,
bar exams.
I was just curious what that is you're reading. And I said, it's my Microsoft certification exam stuff. And she said, I just wondered what was so interesting that you could be reading it in here.
Right. Right, not looking at her.
What was the answer?
Well, studying for
pepper spray.
Well, I don't like to go to.
That's the answer for most
I'll
women.
tell you something, Reverend. I don't really like to go to strip clubs. I don't really get much pleasure out of that because it's like a kid in a candy store. You want some of that.
Right.
So I understand.
I agree with you.
I find those places very, very frustrating. I would rather go to a whorehouse.
Me too.
Get the job done.
Absolutely.
A hoe
Well,
house.
there's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah.
There certainly is. Have you ever visited a whorehouse, Kevin?
No, but the bars, the nude bars in
Charlotte?
Baltimore
Oh, okay.
are essentially, most of them are just fronts for prostitution.
Really?
All right, listen.
like the happy ending kind of thing?
Kelly, listen to me. I would like you to dissect the anatomy of a joke. We really want your insight on this.
It's a fair question.
Dissect the anatomy of a joke.
So we're going to present a joke to you.
And that's the main part of the anatomy.
Okay.
The funny part's the big part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a small funny
There's the
part.
laugh-a-ma-jig.
Oh,
Don't want to
that's
forget that.
You gotta have that.
Yeah.
Get jiggy with it.
Did you mention the funny bone?
Yeah. Well, the whole anatomy of the joke is based on the funny bone.
That's
Right, no,
true.
I'll
That
agree
is
with
true.
that.
That's true. I read that.
It's very scientific.
That's in the UCB handbook.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have a good friend, somebody who wrote for my comedy troupe. I had my own comedy troupe for a while called Sketch 22.
Sketch 22.
Sketch 22.
Is that a great name? That's a great name.
Was that before or after the Alive Parrots?
Dead Parrots.
Wait. I just want to know if it was before or after the book Catch 22, because if so, you might have some legal things on your side.
That's a good point. I never thought about that.
Yeah. Trust me, it was after it.
You may get Joe Franklin after you. It's an inside joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be off the internet pretty soon.
If I told you a joke, would you let me know if it's funny or not?
Okay.
All right. So on my way here tonight, I accidentally ran over a squirrel, and I felt really bad about that. And then I figured if God wanted squirrels to live, He wouldn't have painted them the color of the street. Is that funny?
That is funny.
It is funny? Thank you. All right. Because I'm thinking about that. Okay.
Now, what makes that funny?
Wait, Cheryl, then why aren't you laughing?
I'd like to share one of my favorite jokes.
Well,
Please
the
do.
thing, actually, this is something that I learned when I took classes at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things they said is that comedians are not big laughers at jokes.
That's true. That is very true.
And one of the little sayings was, if you get smiles in the little room where you're working with comedians, you'll get laughs in the big room.
Okay. Big room. Gotcha. Now, Nick, perhaps you'd like to tell
This is one of my favorite jokes. This is one that I enjoy.
Is it a knock-knock?
No, but it's close.
All right.
Did you hear about the nurse that loved fishing?
No.
She was always going down on the dock.
That's a funny
Well,
joke.
I just remembered you're asking about people that I know.
Yeah,
One
I was.
guy I actually
Seven minutes
know
ago.
better than I know Carrot Top is Emo Phillips.
Oh, okay.
my God.
Brilliant guy.
See,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Him and Junie Tenuta.
Absolutely.
I
They were a
did
couple.
an interview with him online. Unfortunately, the website has tanked.
Shocking.
It's not online right now.
Wait,
No,
Rudy,
I asked him,
pets,
but
I always thought.
Wait, Rudy, I got a joke for you.
Sure.
All right.
It's going to be racist.
Today, I talked to a man who didn't know his name.
Talked to a man who didn't know his name.
I don't get it.
Very conceptual.
It is.
That's
very
an Emo
Reminds
Phillips
me
type of
of,
joke.
reminds me of Stephen Wright.
Yeah.
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 Because it has a punchline.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
well
Emo Phillips
executed.
has some brilliant
And this.
jokes.
And no, wait. Here's the punchline.
Oh, sorry.
And this man was fat.
Oh, that's terrible.
Stephen Wright did have a good bipolar joke.
What was it?
He said, the world is crazy. I think it's because it's bipolar.
That is
yes,
funny.
That is good.
Yeah,
I like
funny.
Stephen Wright. Very good.
Well,
That might not be the exact wording.
It's good
let's
enough.
see.
That's
Here,
the premise.
whenever I'm a big fan of Emo Phillips, and I know him personally.
Yeah.
And one of, like, if I'm going to introduce just a generic, clean joke of his,
Okay.
he has one that goes, my nephew's computer beat me at chess. Pause. But
Pause.
no match for me at
Pause.
kickboxing.
Oh,
Beat rest.
emo. You know.
And then another one, he said, marrying a woman just for sex is like buying a tiger just for transportation.
Whoa, this is good. This is
Wait,
good.
in my interview that I did with him, I asked him, I was trying to feed him some of his own material and see if he could come up with, like, toppers.
Right.
You know, even material he could use in stand-up.
Right.
And I said,
On his own
you
material.
said that
Okay.
marrying a woman just for sex is a bad idea. What reasons would you consider?
So you,
Why would
you
that
flip
be?
the script.
I see what he did. I saw what he did
and
there.
he said, well, for love.
Oh.
Yeah.
All other reasons should be outlawed. And I said, and what reason, and conversely, what reasons would you consider good for buying a tiger?
So you started talking
And he
about
said-
shoes.
Yeah, exactly. I was
And
you
he
were
said
going to do that.
same
I
reason
said Converse.
for love. And if
I
you
know.
love the tiger, you should let it go. Only
Absolutely.
not near a school.
I hear you.
Oh, look at
Hey,
you go.
Martin, I have a good one for you. You ready?
Ready.
You ready? Okay. This UPS guy, he goes up to this door, and he knocks on the door, and a little kid answers, and the UPS guy goes,
Corrosive radio.
"Uh-oh."
No, go ahead, Brett. Finish
Okay,
your joke.
I'm going to finish my joke. Okay, the
Okay.
UPS guy goes, he says, "I need to speak to your mom. I have a package for her." And the little kid goes, "My mom's out back fucking the sheep." And the UPS guy goes, "Wait a minute, I just want to see your mom." And he says, "I'm told you, she's out back fucking the sheep." And the UPS guy doesn't know what the hell to do. So he says, "I need to give her this package." So the kid goes, "Well, if you don't believe me, go out and look out the window." The little kid takes the guy into the house. They look out the window. He looks down and he sees the kid's mother fucking the sheep. So the UPS guy goes to him, "How does that make you feel? Doesn't that bother you?" And the little kid goes, "Nah."
You like that one, I see.
That's a
huh?
good. You like that?
Let's see. There's a local comedy promoter in Washington, D.C. He does the most open mic locations of anybody in Washington, D.C. His name is... I'm blanking out. I know, but I'm blanking out.
No blank.
Hey,
But he has a policy.
Chris, hold
and
on.
at all
Chris,
his shows,
Chris,
he has a joke
Chris,
contest.
Reverend.
Reverend, we got one of your fans on the line, Michael Klein. How are you doing, Michael?
Good. How are you?
Good. So you're a big fan of Reverend Chris from the comedy world, aren't you?
Yes.
Now,
Hey, man.
now,
We appreciate your support.
Reverend Chris, aren't you honored to have a fan here?
Yes, I am.
All right. So Michael, what is your question for Reverend Klein? I mean, Reverend Chris.
You can call me Reverend Klein. That's fine.
All right. Good. So what's your question for Reverend Chris? Okay, Michael.
Anytime you'd like.
Yeah, anytime you like, Michael. You got to work with us.
Michael, just read the paper in front
Well,
of you.
I ask myself questions.
No, you know what, Michael's just getting stage fright. He just can't believe he's talking to Reverend Chris.
That's probably what's going on here. He's starstruck.
He's
Hey,
starstruck.
man.
So, Mike, you have obviously been to Reverend Klein's Reverend. Sorry, I keep saying that. Reverend Chris's website, correct? Okay, stop doing the thing from Wayne's World and just answer the question. All right, Mike, I'll talk to you later.
And now,
Thank you very much.
I just have a quick question here for Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I wanted to realize that, I don't know if you know this, but you are actually, you remember we talked about a guy earlier, a guy whose reputation precedes him. You remember that guy's name, right? This guy, his
I
name.
hope I got it right. Brad Eisen.
That's close enough. No, it's
Iceman,
Brett the Iceman. No, Brett Eidman. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Brett Eidman is in studio with us right now. That's right, Brett Eidman from UCB Theater.
How you doing, man?
Well, I certainly know the reputation of UCB, and I remember the television show.
But you have to remember
Comedy
Brett.
Central.
You have to remember Brett. I mean, Brett Eidman is practically one of the faces of UCB from the Amy Poehler days and Steve Colbert, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I got some distressing news for you.
What's that?
The important things in the world of comedy that I don't know or not tuned in with are there are as many of those as there are crates in that Indiana Jones movie at the end.
How many crates are there? How many crates were in the end of that movie?
There's 8.
I don't remember.
8 crates.
4,600.
4,600
crates.
I thought there was
So you
8.
don't know 4,600 things about comedy.
Yeah. It's distressing.
Can you name some of those things?
Things I don't know about comedy. Well,
Brett Eidman being one.
how to translate it into getting laid. That's
There you go.
Yeah, good luck
A
with
lot
that.
of comedians don't know how to do that.
Exactly. But not Nick LaManna. This man can get down. We hope. I don't know.
So how long has Chris been
Back to the whorehouse.
Yes.
How long has Chris been in the comedy business?
since 1994. I had an unusual. See, it was kind of unusual.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a study for bipolars in 1993 at the National Institute of Mental Health.
Right.
And my research psychologist asked me, Chris,
Right.
do you have any plans for what you might want to do? I was working at data processing at the time. And I said, well, I have two alternative plans. One is to go to New York or LA and try to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And the other one is to move to Charlotte, North Carolina, where I know a lot of topless dancers.
So I guess
the research psychologist said, Chris, I don't think that's much of a plan.
No.
And I said, well, you'd be surprised. If your plan is to end up with an entourage of women and be famous, why not start with the entourage of women and work the other way?
That's an interesting choice.
Right. I would have picked New York.
I moved to North Carolina.
That's a good choice, Doug.
North Carolina, that's where Charlotte is.
Yes, fine place.
Carrot Top lives there when he's not actually out on tour.
I thought it was
I thought he's from Florida. I thought Carrot Top was from Florida.
The Legally Dead Parrots had their own theater in Charlotte.
It's legally
so we
dead
performed
parrots.
We performed at a fixed location.
Well, they were the Dead
theater,
Parrots, and then the real Dead
and
Parrots
it-
got angry, and they had to change
And
it.
I was with that group for 2.5 years and did about 220 shows.
Wow, that's a lot of shows you did. You must be a real pro.
Well, it's sketch, yeah.
Yeah.
It's stand-up. I'm just finding my way and appreciate the opportunity.
Where do you find the inspiration for your comedy?
Good question.
It could be almost anywhere. Like I told you, there was an incident where I just saw a machine, and here's one bit that I wrote. I was looking around at objects.
Right.
And I
You saw a
3D
machine?
Glasses,
Right.
and I developed a comedy routine.
Uh-huh.
Blanking out the name of my comedy routine. Oh, it was called non-surgical solution.
None as in none, like a woman of the cloth?
And the basis of the sketch was that instead of getting breast surgery, a woman would just paint her breasts red and blue and give her boyfriend a pair of 3D glasses.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
How did that end
That
up?
could never work, but yes, that's good.
Yeah. Did you get much
Well, it
laughs?
worked on stage.
Ah, well, that's all. That's the only place that matters.
Well, I think people just like to be patriotic, and then they'll applaud for red, white, and blue, regardless of where it is.
Yes.
Is that right, Reverend?
Amen.
Amen.
Patriotism is the last refuge of a scoundrel, and we're all scoundrels.
God bless you.
Reverend, what we need you to do,
bless you.
though,
We're idiots.
I'm going to be honest with you, Reverend, what we need you to do is spread the word. You're a guy with some social cash, with some of that
He knows
shit.
topless women.
Yeah, let's be honest. And we want to know topless women. No, what we want is
I'd be glad
we want you to blog and to spread the word about our show. All right?
I would be glad to.
Corrosive
I'd be glad
Radio.
to support you guys in any way. I think you're real positive.
Absolutely.
And you're really
We're
funny.
nothing if not positive.
I appreciate that.
We're very positive, Jamie.
We're a motivational show normally.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
right.
Anthony Robbins
Well,
is going
where
to be
are you
on
based
tomorrow.
geographically?
New Jersey.
Yeah, yeah.
Missouri.
You want the longitude?
Planet Earth.
Yeah.
We're in New Jersey.
Third rock from the
Wait, there's a New Jersey?
Right off the Parkway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're actually in
the
Charlotte.
Parkway from The Sopranos.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Hey, here's a
Bada
joke.
bing.
I have a friend who his favorite joke. He'll tell it to death, but it's a great joke.
All right, go ahead. Lay it on us.
Why do the Sopranos not like Jehovah's Witnesses?
Why doesn't the
Because Tony Soprano died.
No.
Because they don't like any witnesses.
Hey-oh!
Because they're the
That's a
mafia.
good one. That's
Oh,
good. That's good.
okay.
I don't know if you're getting that, Brad, but here's the deal.
Yeah.
See, you got it. All right,
I got
good.
it.
All
That's-
right.
that's
the
good-
thing.
good
That's the
material.
thing. It's
That's very good material.
It's solid stuff. That really is.
That's A material, they call that. A.
Yeah, he brought his A game.
We don't have to meet next week now, right? Because we did an extra hour.
Yeah, we just replay this.
Getting paid by
No,
the
we
hour.
do have to meet next week.
We're gonna
Now
split it up.
you said you were overweight.
Yeah, if you gotta go, Nick.
Yeah,
go
I'm
ahead.
okay. for
Chris,
right now.
you said that you were overweight. How much do you weigh?
294 pounds.
294 pounds. That's a
Is
lot
how
of.
much he weighs or she weighs?
No, he.
Oh, okay.
Chris.
Now, how much does your girlfriend weigh?
About 110.
So let's
Nice.
let's add,
Fuck.
let's add that up.
bad.
Let's add that up.
Wait.
Yeah,
Let's
you
just
add, you add it up, it equals a question mark.
wait. Now, let's get through it. What's your girlfriend's measurements? I mean, I'm just kind of curious. Like, she's 110 pounds. That sounds pretty nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. I'm a little reticent to go into her personal life, but
Right.
I met her as an exotic dancer,
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh,
and she's no longer in that field. She's
Good.
She retired.
She's now a full-time
hygiene
prostitute.
Is she the one that actually made it to grad school?
No,
you know
she-
how they're all putting
Yeah.
themselves
No,
in grad
no,
school?
no,
Is she
no,
the
no.
one that made it?
No.
Honest student by day,
Chris
hooker
Rock
at night.
said, where he said,
Angel.
Chris Rock said, I don't believe in the stripper myth. I believe in strippers, but I don't believe in the stripper myth that they're all just dancing to go to college.
That's
like, for
right.
one thing, what college only takes $1 bills?
Can you do Chris
Cash on.
Rock's bits more often?
I think community colleges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, but so that's the important thing is we want you to spread the message about Corrosive Radio. We want you to blog about it, and we're an upstart, so you can help us. Someone with your following.
I definitely will.
Yeah.
I definitely
Thank you.
will. I'll get home tonight
And stay healthy, man.
get on the internet
happy
and get
birthday.
started.
54 more.
Yeah,
Right.
let's go.
Right.
54 years young.
What's the scheduling of your show?
Every Wednesday.
night, 10 to 11 p.m.
10
Eastern.
to whenever. 'Cause
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
partying.
yeah.
We rock out with our cocks out.
Right. All right, listen, Wendy, we're gonna let you go here, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Reverend,
you.
Reverend,
happy birthday,
Long
Reverend.
live Corrosive Radio.
Yeah,
right,
thank
man.
you, Reverend Chris, Church of Comedy.
All right, take care, bro. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
Reverend Chris
tired.
dropping in.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot
You know
of
what I'm curious
information.
about? Do you think that guy from was it Seattle feels bad now? Like he's like, well, geez, I could have done that. I mean, like in other words, like that's what I mean about like I'll even go to some of these open mics. I mean, you see like an absolute beginner up there. Sometimes I'll like I would go to look at my friends, and my friends would be like, geez, I think I could get up. Like they're like, I got a story.
And I think also his stories told us how nice Kevin Meaney and Carrot Top,
Oh, my God, yeah.
what kind of people they are
Yes.
if they were giving this guy the time of day.
Meanie has that reputation. He's a really nice guy.
And let this,
Which is hard to say,
Which
yes,
is
he's a meanie.
nice that those guys let this guy hang out with them.
Absolutely. What do you mean let? I mean, this guy can be the life of the party. The dude's drinking ketchup, for God's
And
sake.
screwing hookers and
Absolutely.
strippers and he's a party animal.
This guy knows what's up.
And how much overweight is he? 90 pounds?
294. Well, whatever. We'd have to know his
256.
BMI.
We
We'd have
don't
to know his
know how
body
tall
mass.
he is.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He's a big
We
guy.
need to know. Yes.
All right, so what are we going to do here?
Let's go home.
I think
Let's
this is.
go.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right.
Thanks
guys.
to all the callers.
And keep on listening.
Yeah, next week.
Yes,
Take
indeed.
care.
Corrosive Radio.
Corrosive. Radio.
Corrosive Radio.